Clobberin, Globe Geeking from. I don't know what time it is. How should I know? Do I look like a dang watch or something?
Clue.
I mean, how you doing, everyone? That's what I meant to say.
Hey.
I looked at the wrong script. Darwin. It was an accident.
That's all right.
I didn't mean to start out grouchy. That's for different shows. Yeah. Well, hello, my dear friends and clobberers and global geek gangers and whatever else we are. I figure three constitutes a gang. Since I count as two, probably I'm so gigantic and I'm the thing. So
Well, in that case, I must make four then. So you know what I mean.
No, dude, you're a rail compared to me, buddy. You're a rail. But anyway, look who's here already. The Global Geek Gang, of course, is we're back. I'll try to be here every time I can in the daytimes. Last week was kind of a fluke, and I know 2 weeks before that it happened also, which was also, unavoidable. But I try to be here when I can, folks. And but it's no good if I don't have a gang with me, because it won't be a gang. It'll be a global me. Who wants to see that? I'm global enough when I try to walk through a door. But
Clobbery coverage, wide world.
I need a rim shot thingy. But I want to say hello to, of course, a long-time Global Geek Gang staple, the great Retro Dickie. But to hell with us, we're dudes. We're really excited to have a beautiful lady here with us. Arwen,
that we are.
Thank you so much for joining us today, my friend. You were wonderful.
Thank you for inviting me, Clobby. I love y'all. I really do. And I need my tribe around me today.
Yep.
Safety in numbers.
You are part of the gang, and of course have the open invite. And we other gangsters will arrive soon, folks. We hope. They like to be fashionably late. It's only fair the way I missed last week. I don't blame them. Look who's here with us. Six. Hello there, Six. It's lovely to see you. Thank you for being here. Absolutely. The great D-Bud is here, the man of iron. You know why I call him that, right?
The man of iron? What?
He wrote a book about Iron Man. He did. So
I didn't do that.
He is the man of iron. The great Chris Persha, master of all that is wrench Canadian. One of the great experiences of starting this show on YouTube. I've been doing it for 11 years before that, but on YouTube, as I've met so many wonderful people that I wouldn't have met, obviously, including many people from Canada. I've never really met so many people from Canada before, a few here and there, and I made so many wonderful Canadian friends. And Chris, of course, is one of them. And there's so many wonderful Canadians. Mm-hmm. There's also Steven, but we won't talk about it. I'm just kidding. He's okay, too. No, we love him. You better, hey, now that I'm insulting you, Fat Steven, you better show up, dude.
He was playing Call of Duty. They might with Explorer, and I think Will. They may still be streaming.
Oh, okay. He's got the open invite if he so chooses. Brett Cohen, hey, Dad Man. Look at that. Dad Man walking and roller coasting, I bet. Because he's out there, isn't he, traveling?
I think so. Who, Dad Man?
Yeah, I think he's out on
vacation. He's back. Huh? No, he's back.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Oh, my God. He came back, and him and Mrs. didn't even unpack, and they got on Fortnite. So they are true troopers.
You guys are some serious Fortniters there.
Yeah, it's kind of a problem. It's.
Oh,
I don't want to call
it now.
I'll just call it a problem. It's a situation. There we go. It's a situation.
Dad Man, do you have a Fortnite problem?
Do we
have to find an intervention? Yes. We have to give you an intervention line.
Call this number now.
We have so many lovely ladies. We have Six. We have, of course, Arwen. We have the wonderful Janet from another planet. I can't sing it like Raquel, though. That's strictly for her to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Hello there, Andrew. Good to see you. Captain James T. Skywalker. Minimus is here. And there, Minimus. Let's see here. Ironcaster, what's up, dude? Of course, you got an invite. I believe you have the same one that Retro got there in the But you're probably working, brother. But well, Crazy Junior, hey. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Get down to the end here. Archer Colin. Hey, hello there, Colin. All right. Good to see you. Let's see here. Brett I already said that. See? Short, we were talking last night about my short attention span, which I have, which is a short attention span, by the way. My short-term memory is really, really bad. So was my short-term memory. All right.
Well, hey, where am I?
Where am I? Where am I, Crichton?
They're calling you Dory from Finding Nemo.
Or as Crichton said, I'm fine, thank you, Susan. Oh my goodness. Well, hey, what are we here to geek out about today, folks? How should I know? We're just here to make fun of Arwen for some reason.
Go ahead. I need it. Just make fun of me. Bring it on.
No, by the way, we love your show with Purple that you do. And of course, your channel is really taking off. There's, of course, a link in my description below to your channel. However, let me get it and put it in the chat.
Okay.
Because it should be there. So, so people don't have to go searching for it. Let me find it, though. It takes me a second to find it. I have many, many wonderful friends linked in my description below, and there is Arwen's. Of course, you and Purple, you switch every week, right? You
we do. We started on my channel, and then we went to Purple's, and then back and forth and back. So yesterday it was on her channel, and next week it'll be on mine. So because I'm not monetized, but she is, and it's like it's not fair that if anyone wants to send super chats or stickers or anything, she needs to kind of benefit from this. And
sure.
Like, hey, let's do it this way. And also, and then having it on my channel, it kind of helps it grow and helps people, oh yeah, Arwen does have a channel. Okay. So
absolutely.
It works really well. It works really well. And it's doing well. I have a blast. I look forward to it every week. We just, we have an idea of what we're going to do, but then usually once it starts live, that could or could not fall by the wayside, depending.
Oh, you kidding me? By the way, Pat asked, yo, and J-Man, what's up, brother? Boy, I had a great time hanging out with J-Man Monday night doing our DC Comics Presents Mark C Comics thing. Nice. Arwen, your channel will explode and take off. It's just the way, how it won't take long. You'll do it 10 times quicker than I do. Thing is, as far as subs, you will. The hours are going to depend on how much you stream.
Right.
I started on YouTube. I moved from BTR from 11 years to YouTube around, I think it was June or July of 2020. I didn't have a lot. Subs took a while. They're going to take a while when when you're not doing anything special or controversial, as I don't. I had watch hours by January. I didn't have the subs till the following July, I think, or June or July. So June maybe, June or somewhere up in there, July maybe. So, but you won't. You'll get the subs way quicker than I. No question about that.
Well, I thought about and I still may start streaming independently. I just right now I've got that, and I'm kind of going in different places. I'm enjoying guesting, and it's working. It's working. I'm enjoying it, and don't mess with a good thing.
No,
So.
Well, have fun with it, and run. Have fun with it and run with it. I'm coining that phrase right now.
Exactly.
Like I'm the only one that ever said that.
There's so many channels that I watch. It's like, when the hell would I stream? I mean, because I enjoy watching the streams and being in chat as much as I do streaming.
Oh yeah.
So it's just carving out that time. I don't know. There's so many things to watch and so many good people to support.
Oh, so many. It's crowded out there. There's so much great content. So many wonderful creators. Mr. Tickle Trunk. I like that name, and I've seen you around a while, and I appreciate you popping in. Thank you for the $2 super sticker. Thank you so much, Mr. Tickle Trunk. It is much appreciated, and everyone being here is much appreciated. Love seeing you. And as Six says, yeah, girl, just start live streaming about whatever. I hit the notification bell on your channel, so I'll be there. Oh, thank you, Six.
Oh, thank you, honey. I appreciate that. I Absolutely. Really do.
Six is awesome. And retro here. You don't really mess with your channel that much, but you do have one.
Nope.
And you don't even. Yeah, you're here though, and you're all over the place. But you're a busy man. But you always have the coolest stuff, and I don't know if you brought anything for us to see.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky. Yeah, I've brought a few bits of pieces. I've been down to the local B&M, so yeah, I've managed to get in there before most of the scalpers cleared it out. So yeah,
cool. We'll definitely show those in a bit.
But
I was going to tell you. Well, no, it's cool. I was going to do some show notes. I was going to tell you that as much as I'm chomping at the bit to do a Doctor Who show, we should wait till November, which is Doctor Who month, as you know.
Yeah.
This
Of course.
This is all. Brightest Day, what's up, buddy? Brightest Day, you should join us, man. I know you're probably working, but let us know if you feel like joining us. I'll send you an invite, man. It's always good to have you here. Zach is a cool dude there.
Oh, yeah, Zach's great.
But last night, I was just doing the open, talk where I was just hanging out with my friend Flash. We just hung out with the audience, and talked to the audience. And I made the mistake of the confession. You know how everyone's nuts about, and I hope you won't hate me too much, R1, for this. Everyone's nuts about Halloween, and everyone's crazy for it. And Zach's, I have nothing against it. I'm just not much of a Halloween guy. Like, I don't really celebrate or do much about it, but I always laugh. Everyone really goes crazy for it, which is fantastic. But I made the mistake of admitting that I don't like horror movies that much. I know it's horrible.
No, not at all. No. Look, for one, I love Halloween enough for anybody else to hate it, so that's okay.
I don't hate it.
It's not celebrate or whatever. That's fine. Right. Horror movies, I have kind of a love-hate relationship with. I prefer more the ghost story movies as opposed to flat out, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I hate the slasher movies.
Yeah. It has to have a really good story, and there has to be a purpose behind the slash. Otherwise, they lose me. So I hear you. I totally hear you on that.
Well, there you go. I'm just saying a lot of people really love them and stuff. Yeah, I do. There's J-Man is a horror fan. Of course, J-Man, we have a lot in common there. He said, no, you don't like horror? But that's something we don't have. I don't. I hate slasher films with a passion. They're mindless, but not even mindless in a fun way to me. Just seeing people hacked up and stuff.
Although I will admit, I do. My Christmas tree topper is the ghost face mask from Scream.
Oh God, I hate that movie.
I don't know why. I love the mask, and we just put it on top of our Christmas tree every year. We're weird.
I'm such a superhero geek, J-Man, that when you talk about Friday the 13th, for example, all I can ever think about whenever I'm unfortunate enough to like flip a channel and land on one of those is I want him to turn a corner with that whatever he's got to slash somebody up with, and there's Batman kicking his ass.
I love that.
I mean, that's how I'm not kidding. When I watch those stupid movies, I always want them, like turn a corner, then there's Schwarzenegger or Bruce Willis or Mel Gibson, one Lethal Weapon kicking the guy's ass. And just sort of chasing around some innocent, stupid teenager and stuff. I want them to, I just want to see that in a slasher film where they fought somebody like it's an special forces guy or some crap who don't take no shit, and the slasher doesn't have a chance. He starts running. He's the victim.
Yes, I would love that.
There you go, Mr. Tickle Trunk. He's in the woods, and Swamp Thing just wipes the floor with Jason's silly ass.
Clobberin just created a new genre.
I did.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman. Well, he's Batman. Of course, he would defeat Jason.
Let's do it.
Or like it's the Flash. He's out there and he sees all this going on. He takes care of it in like 3 seconds. You don't have a movie. Boom. I don't know. It's just silly. One day someone's going to make that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be genre. Oh my goodness! The controversial topic. A controversial topic has been raised. I don't know who did it, but a 6 says, candy corn. That's never been addressed here on Clobberin Times.
Oh my God.
Do we have candy corn opinions here?
I have no idea what that is. I have no idea, so I can't comment. No,
You
we
don't
don't have that. We don't have it in the UK, do
Really?
we? So no, I have no
I-
idea. So
Ah,
no idea.
I did not know that, Andrew. Yep, flavored wax, Andrew says.
Candy corn is the hot debate. I saw it on Twitter, and
Every year.
Purple and I were kind of talking about it yesterday, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
I heard
I have
you.
never seen such a polarizing candy, except licorice. But candy corn, it's like you either love it or hate it.
You know, I'm not actually more like, because I heard you guys talking about that. Yes, I'm more like Purple was saying, or you were saying, like, I don't hate it or love it. I'm just like, it's okay, but I'm a chocolate kind of fan, a chocolate fan, you know.
Ah, yeah. Well,
Now, Chris,
I like it all.
Mr. Gregory. Now Chris Persia says it's
Chris,
evil.
come on. You can sit in the corner with Snortopupus and Mark.
It's
then
evil.
Yeah, we had to put them in the no candy corn zone yesterday. They were bringing us all down.
Oh my goodness. So yes, Retro. Someone's Six says that Six will send you some candy corn for your.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's so
Awesome.
sweet.
So you
That's
can try
awesome.
it.
That's awesome.
I like it. Fine.
I'll
by the way.
probably break the remaining last of my teeth that I've got in my head. So
No, you can't. It's wax. It's basically
It kind of is. Yeah.
You don't even need teeth for it.
that suits
Send
me.
them the autumn mix, the one with the little pumpkins in it, the little candy corn pumpkins and the variety. Send him that. Give him the full thing.
Claude says candy corn has deflected many small caliber bullets. It's one of those things when I've seen it around, I've eaten it and I thought it was okay, but I never go out of my way for it. The controversy is what amuses me the most about it. Like, some people really hate
the caramel apple ones. The caramel apple ones.
Now they have amazing. Different flavors now. I always just remember the one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they have several kinds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wow. They've advanced. They've evolved, Clobby.
Wow. Do they have chocolate candy corn?
Actually, they do have one. What is it called? It's like Indian corn or harvest blend. It's something like that. And you know how it's traditionally like white and then orange and then yellow. The bottom is brown and it's got a slight chocolate flavor to it.
Okay.
No lie. Look at it.
I'm game for that. I would probably try that. Yeah.
It's so good.
Like I say, I never I don't do much for Halloween. Well, Halloween, I do nothing for Halloween. Now we were talking last night about everyone. I've seen some people on Twitter that I follow say that they watch a different scary movie every day in October. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I do that.
You do that. Oh, you would. Okay. So what would be on the docket for today's scary movie? Then?
Oh my gosh, I gotta look at my list.
Not sure yet? Okay, no problem.
I'm not sure.
Monkey Jeeves. Okay, what was yesterday?
Let's see. Oh, yesterday was Ichabod Crane. But I was kind of the Disney Ichabod Crane.
Oh, okay.
The Disney one. Of course, that's kind of a cheat though because I've already seen it this month. But after talking about it, I wanted to watch it again, so I did.
Oh, okay. You mean you'd already seen it this month? Because you obviously. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Oh, I know it's tonight. Tonight's Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman.
Is that a horror movie?
Oh no, I don't just do horror. I do anything magic related, anything ghost related, anything Halloween themed.
Gotcha.
Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin is on.
I love it. I love that one.
So yeah.
I got you. There you go. I'm fascinated by the people's choices for those. Now, I guess, like I say, you could cut off one hand of mine. I still have plenty of fingers to count the horror movies that I really love. I don't know. I mean, not that I hate all horror movies. It's just I can't stand the slasher ones. I love the old Universal horror films.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Hammer ones are kind of fun.
Uh-huh.
And I guess, but.
And I like the old Vincent Price movies.
Oh yeah.
Like the wax one? I forget what it's called. What is it? Just
House of Wax.
House of Wax.
Right.
House on Haunted Hill.
Funny
I love those.
Funny you mentioned that one. Mr. Tickle Trunk, by the way, I love Tremors. It's one of the greatest movies ever made. If that's considered a horror movie, and Army of Darkness, which is not really a horror movie, but The Thing, I do love The Thing. You mentioned House on Haunted Hill. Mm-hmm. I went to the Riff Tracks Live Fathom event years ago.
Oh my god!
And they make that movie so funny I can't take it seriously now.
I have their live, that version. I don't know if that was the one you were at, but
Yes,
I have
it is.
that.
I was
And
there.
oh my God, that's hysterical.
I used to go to those all
love
the
it.
time. I went to the one they did for that, the one they did for Night of the Living Dead.
I've got
And
that one too. I've got
and they
that
did.
one too.
Oh, cool. They did one other one I'm trying to think of. Well, they did Plan 9, but that's not real. They did. I went to, for years. I went to all of them. I went to oh man. Well, I went to all of them for years. I can't remember that other Halloween one they did.
They did Night of the Living Dead. They did Carousel of Souls.
Oh yeah, Carnival of Souls. I went to that one. Oh my god.
Carnival of Souls. Oh
That
God.
That is so bad. The Carnival of Souls is a great line in one of the riffers gave when they're watching in the middle of Carnival of Souls. One of them said, because it's terrible. He said,
Oh yeah.
"Can you guys explain to me why there's a Criterion collection of this?"
Yes. Oh, Rip! I have most of the, if not all of the Rip Tracks lives. I just.
Oh, nice. Did you ever go to the?
Manos.
to the
They
live?
did Manos. Manos.
They did Manos. Did you ever go to the live events they did?
No, I was never able. No, I've never actually been. Dadman has been, I think, to one of them.
I went for about 3-4 years straight. Every one they did. I think I didn't miss one for like the first 4 years, whatever. And you know, I even went to when they did Sharknado. The idiots. I wish they hadn't done Sharknado. I hate Sharknado.
God.
They got to
That's
stop.
the only time I've seen Sharknado is when they've riffed it. It's the only time I've seen it.
Yeah, the thing is, you're riffing that. You know, not to get off on a tangent. Sharknado doesn't count. It's just they're trying to be funny. They're not. They're trying. When you try to make a bad movie on purpose, it's stupid. And that's garbage. But I went anyway because it was them. It was a time I wouldn't miss them. I went to see Starship Troopers and which but what else? Man, well, all of them, and they did them for years. So
they're so good. They're my favorites. You know, when I'm having a weird day or a bad day, that's what about that and I Love Lucy. Those are my two go-tos to just turn off my brain and just enjoy and not have to think or just, I love them. I absolutely love them.
Yep. They're fantastic. Again, and it's a shame they turned into a bunch of weenies, but I love MST3K. Like I knew you guys. I was so jealous. You guys did a topic on it the other day, and that was so much fun. By the way, on Purple's there, that was fun. And that's just. I love them. You know, Pluto TV has an MST3K channel and a Riff Tracks channel right beneath it. Watch that.
No, I haven't.
It's an app called Pluto TV that has tons and tons of great stuff on there. I mean, you got a commercial every now and then. It's about it, but it's free.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out. That out.
You can watch MST3K and Riff Tracks all day long. I mean, and Doctor Who, by the way. There's a classic Doctor Who channel. Do you have over there, Retro? Do you have that app for your phones? Whatever, Pluto TV.
I mean, I've still actually got satellite subscription, so we've got loads of channels like that on it. We've got one there, like the old Great TV stuff, so that gets like a loads of the old classics on. So me and the missus just sit there watching, you know, Columbo, T.J. Hooker, stuff like that. Just sit there, we watch all the old classic stuff, the old Starsky and Hutch as well.
Yeah, but this is a phone app. If you're ever out and about, you can watch it. But yeah, those are, oh man, dude, I love that stuff. Let's see here. No problem, Aaron. R1 will be back. Yes. What's it? What's that? Hello there, Keely Chow, Roll Tide, Disaster Area. What's up, my friend? It's good to see you. Good to see everyone here today. Yes, Janet Carol Burnett show's on there. Johnny Carson's on there. They have a Bond channel.
Cool.
They show cool Western stuff. And like I say, it is free. So if you ever, like, when you're out and about, yeah.
I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah.
That'll try.
I love it.
One. Brilliant.
Keely Chow, Roll Tide. Are your tide rolling? Sherry, hello there, Sherry. Lovely to see you. Always. Yeah. So I love that Doctor Who picture you got back there, though. This one you just picked up?
Yeah, well, this one was actually given to me by my daughter a couple of Christmases back. So I've still yet to get it hung up in the room because, like I said, I did have it planned and my son decided to turn up again. So that's put that plan out the window. So, yeah, it's still to be hung up in the room with all my other collectibles. So hopefully one day I will get a room to set it up in because everything's still packed away the majority of the time. And our great friend Disaster Area is in the chat there. So hello to Disaster Area. And he quite well knows the fact that most of the time I have to go into my cupboard, which is probably the same size as the TARDIS and just as big, and contains most of my collectibles. So yeah, I generally have to go in there and root all the stuff out. But yeah, I've got a few bits and pieces anyway tonight's show. So like I said, I managed to collect a few bits before they all disappeared. So
yes,
I've
welcome,
got a few.
Raymond.
Hey, Clob, how you doing?
Yeah, all right, man. Yeah, Retro, your closet is dimensionally transcendental.
It is. It most definitely is. And you could never tell.
I haven't had a chance to say dimensionally transcendental in decades. So
that's quite some time.
Doctor Who reference, but
Yeah.
So
we need to do the explanation again with both the cubes.
It's bigger on the inside than this on the outside. I love the first time when I think the first time when Sergeant Benton entered it in the Three Doctors, and he goes, "Well, Sergeant, aren't you going to say that it's bigger on the inside than it's on the out? Everyone else does. That's pretty obvious, isn't it?" Yeah.
Great.
Because remember when he first said that to somebody, said it's dimensionally transcendental. I said, "What does that mean?" It means that it's bigger on the inside than it's on the out.
Absolutely fantastic statement.
Well, I love that short-lived mahogany TARDIS room. The fourth Doctor had. Remember when he was explaining?
Yeah.
Remember when he was explaining to Leela?
Yeah.
Why it's bigger on the inside than the out? She's a savage primitive, couldn't understand it. Yeah.
And he got I love the expression with the cubes. And he gets a large cube, and then the small cube, and he holds them apart like that, and he goes, "Right, would this one fit in that one?" He goes, "No," because and then he moves it away like that.
Now which is bigger?
No. Yeah, exactly.
That one. Yes, but which looks bigger? Well, this one's closer. Yeah, that
was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
I love it.
Brilliant. Love it.
The secondary console room. I love that. Yeah. I love that control room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why, that's the Hinchcliffe era. It fits the Hinchcliffe era perfectly.
In the Lego Dimensions game, when you're actually playing, I know I've harped on about this before, when you're playing on the Doctor Who level, you can actually, when you set the date, it was a specific date, the actual secondary console actually comes into the TARDIS. So you can actually then go into the secondary console room within the game, which is brilliant. So it's, if you're a bit of a fan, that's a bit of it, because you go into the normal and then you flick the date on your machine and it changes into the secondary console, which is great fun, especially if you're a fan. There's loads of little Easter eggs in the game. It's brilliant.
I love it. Colin says John Levine recently read a couple of short stories about Benton's first missions with UNIT. Excellent. I met him once at a con back in the early 90s. John Levine is a spiffing bloke, as you colonizers would say.
Yeah. Good dude.
I love he was a great dude. I love Sergeant Benton. I love the UNIT era.
Oh yeah. Yeah, fantastic.
When there were United Nations Intelligence Task Force instead of whatever else they were called. Yeah.
Sadly they did away with it all for the fact of a Brexit joke.
Yes. And even before that, they changed the name of it, remember? Or changed but yeah, I love it. I love the brig. Brigadier, I think our pulse has got you up with it.
Yes.
Yeah. Brigadier Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Stewart. And again, and in November we'll do a since it'll be a Doctor Who anniversary that won't be celebrated properly by the BBC. We will do a Doctor Who Global Geek Gang show. But
excellent! Yeah,
some brilliant. And we'll talk Real Deal Doc. Look who is here! The great Ash.
Hey everyone,
Ash, buddy. What's up, bro?
Not much. Good to see you all. Feels like forever.
It is. Sorry I missed last week, man. Missed you guys.
No, it's all right. Things happen.
Yeah, usually to me. No, it's good to see you, bud. It's good to see you, man. What have you been up to, my friend?
Yeah, I'm good. Playing some horror games. The one thing. Hey, Ash. The one genre. Hey, Raymond. How's it going, mate? Good to see you. The one genre of video games I'm not too into. I'm torturing myself this month playing those games. So that's fun.
That's
other than
that's
that,
a coincidence. A coincidence, Ash. You know why, right?
no, why?
We were just talking about how I don't like horror movies, and now you don't like horror video games. We're going to be the two.
I don't like horror in general. I'm not too much. I'm not too much of a horror guy. I don't like psychological horror. I'm not too into like gore fests and slashes and stuff like
Same
that.
here.
But I'm trying to like sort of dip my toe into the horror genre a bit. I mean, I've been playing Days Gone. I played The Forest, which has got cannibals in it, and like a bunch of other things. I mean, I've seen The Thing, both of the films. So I'm sort of getting it. It's not getting any better, but
yeah, I love The Thing though.
I still don't like horror.
Hey, Jill.
Yeah,
but yeah, I love the John Carpenter's The Thing. Like I said, I was always jokingly say there, Ash. You could chop one of my hands off, and I have plenty of fingers to count the horror films I love. If that qualifies as a horror film, I guess it does, a science fiction horror. I love that one. Oh, did you get Ash to watch Tremors? Ironcaster, did you watch Tremors? That's not a horror film, though. Is it?
Well, I'll add it to the list. I've pretty much got like, as I always keep saying, I've got over half a decade of pop culture to catch up on.
Right.
So
remember, coming from the guy that says he doesn't like horror films, Tremors is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Okay.
I mean, but it's a monster. I mean, anything that takes place in the daytime that much, can it be a horror film? It's just a monster movie that's got a lot of humor in it.
Okay.
There are monsters. Does monsters make it a horror movie? I don't know.
If monsters make it a horror movie, you could put Godzilla and Kong into
there you go
genre.
So Tremors is a kaiju movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Or you got to be bigger than that, I guess.
Yeah. But then again, if there's a lot of gore and dismemberment and a lot of thrilling suspense, then I'd say it class as a horror film.
You know what? Compared to a lot of films, Tremors is not very gory. I mean, it has seen here a bit here and there, but not a lot. Of course, death happens. I mean, the monsters kill people, but it doesn't show. It has one or two scenes that you would go, yeah, that's pretty. It's up there. It's like But for the most part, it's a monster comedy action film.
Right.
Yeah, it's a fun hybrid of a lot of things, but I love Tremors. I mean, that's a movie that I don't know why I guess I understand why they had to make 50 sequels and a TV show and all the stuff they did, but the first one, you just can't be touched. And they still make them. They made a new one just now.
All right. Have they increased the gore and the suspense on it?
I don't know. I can't even watch I really can't get into the new ones because they don't have all the same characters. They have a new one that just came out, and Michael Gross is the only guy that's been in. I think has he been in all of them? Who knows about the Tremor movies here?
Well, I say I don't like gore, but I mean I've watched so many episodes from the TV show Bones, and they're basically like like decomposing bodies every single episode, or like a body part here, body part there. Right. I mean, it's a good TV show. It's a crime drama, but it's just like I'm okay with human anatomy. It's just like I can't quite explain it properly. It's like if it's in an academic setting, like an autopsy or something like that, then
I got you.
Too much of an issue. But if it's like a full-blown gore fest, a monster just with his claw just rips an arm off and the arm just flies off somewhere, or someone's head just slowly opens up with teeth or whatever,
I hate that stuff.
That I'm just like, oh ew, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't like that stuff. It's funny, even in John Carpenter's The Thing, it's got some gross stuff, but compared to a lot of films, not so much. It is mostly relies on, it's got some really crazy gross stuff in it, but I mean, it's not every scene, and it also relies on tension and things like that as well. I think, which, by the way, I do have a Discord there, Colin, but I rarely ever use it. I hate Discord. I'm never. Claude points out that have any of you ever seen the film? He says if Ash hates horror films, he should watch Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That is a hilarious spoof of horror films. And hilarious.
I've seen Scary Movie 2, if you want to class that as a horror film.
Yeah, that's like a really broad parody. Tucker versus Dale is more of a it's a kick in the pants to horror films. I mean, Alan Tudyk from Firefly fame, and they're a couple of like good old boy types, and they're out in the woods or whatever, and because the typical cliches of those movies about the rednecks are a bunch of evil, hillbilly evil murdering. Well, they're just a couple of nice guys, and the twist is the kids who usually go out into the woods and get killed by them, they're the evil, and they're the good guys. It's a fun twist. It's hilarious. It's actually a pretty funny movie. Have you ever seen that one, Retro, or anybody?
No, I don't think I have.
Film.
No.
Yes, it's Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Very funny. It's the whole. As soon as I learned the premise, which is so funny, like they're actually, it's the backwoods kind of the country guys that are the good guys, and it's the college kids that are evil. I was like, oh, that's funny. Oh, and Cabin in the Woods. Did you see that?
Nope, not one I know of. No, I say like I'm not actually a massive horror fan. As again, same probably as yourself. I only like sort of a lot of the I don't know, consider them classics like Hellraiser, The Shining, Poltergeist, stuff like that. I like some of the Resident Evil stuff as well because obviously I like the game, but I'm not a massive horror fan. I'm more sci-fi. So yeah, I don't really know sort of too many horror films that I can sort of claim to sort of enjoy, to be honest. So quite similar in that aspect to yourself.
Brett Cohen with a $2 super chat says it's been so long. Ash, did they stream? Really?
I know. I've been doing some streams this month for the October Halloween season. So I did The Forest this Monday, and I'll be playing a different horror game each week. But I might sort of just use this as the catalyst to stream regularly, because I do enjoy playing and talking to the chat. But I don't know why I've been away for. So the last stream I did was probably my birthday stream, which was the start of August. So yeah, I need to get back into the swing of things. To be honest, I'm more like I'm happy being on other people's streams, just kicking it with friends, just chatting about pop culture or whatever the current stuff is going on or whatever. But yeah.
Archer, I do have that a Discord. You can send me stuff. You got to remind me about it though, because I'm guessing you don't have TwitTwat, which that's what I use for my contacts. By the way, Cabin in the Woods. No one's seen that?
I know enough horror tropes to know not to watch Cabin in the Woods.
It's pretty disturbing. It's hilarious. Another fun. If even if a movie's got gross stuff in it, if it's horror mixed with a lot of comedy, then I like a lot of those. Like Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 1 is just disturbing and nerve-wracking. Then they got this little budget and they turned it into a cartoon. Evil Dead 2 is a cartoon. And it's hilarious. I love Evil Dead 2. So the gross stuff, I'm not a fan of it either, Ash. But if it's in a movie that's entertaining, I'll deal with it. Like
what
I said,
about
if it's over the top. Say again?
What about more like psychological horrors?
Not much. I'm not big into those myself, but I'm sure there's some that I like. In other words, it could be a genre I don't even like, but have exceptions. So I don't know. You'd have to name one, throw one out there, probably.
Yeah. Well, there is a video game called The Medium, and that is basically like a thriller horror, psychological horror type thing. And obviously, it's about a medium. But the only reason I want to play with it is because of how you go through the game. So you control two characters, but in different time periods at the same time on the screen. So from a technological perspective, I want to play it, but also from like a horror genre spin with that technology, because you've got to do stuff that affects one world, one time period. You got to do stuff that affects the other time period, but you're controlling them at the same time. And how the horror tropes, let's say potentially you do something in the past and then the present timeline is affected, so like ghosts or something. I don't know too much about it. I don't want to know too much about it, but it'd be interesting to explore. And for anyone that's interested, that's Mediums on all platforms. Just yeah.
Well, there you go. Colin says the Thing is horror. Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, it is. I'm just saying that. I don't know. I guess I'm prejudiced because I love Kurt Russell and John Carpenter. But again, it's also there's I mean, I don't know, I just love it. There's humor in it, and it is science fiction element as well, and that's absolutely true about Space 1999. It's kind of funny. A lot of people don't really realize it. That's kind of a space horror show. There's a lot of horror on Space.
Oh, love Space 1999. It's one of my favorite shows. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and it's got scary episodes. Also, there's
Yes,
Doctor Who,
definitely.
though. Yeah, Doctor Who has some scary ones too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
Blink is the main one that comes to mind.
That is, that is a very.
I watched that when it first came out, and I'm 22, but I was much younger then, and I couldn't stop second looking any statue I seen for a lot of while.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yeah. That's
and even to this day, when you look at statues, I'm just
you
like,
don't know.
wait a minute.
You know what else was scary before? In the new Who along, I love the Empty Child.
Oh,
that really
that's
scary.
a brilliant one. Brilliant
Yeah.
one.
I love the scene where the doctor, all the kids are eating at that table in those people's house because they evacuated, and then you hear the kids get scared because they know about the little kid in the mask, and are you my mummy? And that's a pretty scary scene when it's coming up to the door and everyone else is running, and I just love how the doctor's like, yeah, well, he's fearless, and even he's kind of, oh boy, this is some spooky crap. And are you my mummy?
Yeah.
And then when the mummies are, and then when the people in the masks are cornering the doctor and Jack and Rose, there's a lot of spooky stuff in that episode. And
I think when creatives use kids as a means for horror, it just makes it more freaky because of our current compassion for kids. It just makes it even scarier. Like take Annie and Chucky, for example. There's basically children's dolls. I mean, dolls is another one, but when you've got like a kid in a mask and you can't even see the face, but they sound like a regular old kid that just wants help. Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, the kids can be scary. Kids are scary enough, as when you just go to school with them. So yeah, kids are scary. But yeah, this thing you used to hear about from you British fans of Doctor Who, we used to hear about all the time that we didn't know about, as far as the the Hartnell, especially the Troughton era retro.
Yeah.
Is that the whole behind the sofa thing? How even though it was a science fiction show where you had kids were terrified of the Yeti and even the Cybermen and Daleks and things like that as kids.
Yeah. Well, when I started, I think probably my earliest memories are probably from about maybe 5 or so, and of course I grew up with Tom Baker, so Tom Baker's my doctor. And for me, one of my favorite episodes is actually the Brain of Morbius.
I love it.
I remember that one so well, and especially the bit where Sarah's getting her eyesight back and she pulls back the blinds on like the 4-poster bed, and you see the monster sit up and it has no head. The monster has no head, and that absolutely scared the bejesus out of me when I was a kid. It's I was like, oh, later. I'm probably quite sure I probably had nightmares for quite a few nights after that. But it is now one of my actual all-time favorite Doctor Who stories. I absolutely love it.
Something funny about that episode there, Retro, and I love I love Brain of Morbius. Robert Holmes, who was probably the greatest Doctor Who writer of them all, especially that era, wrote that one, but he was pissed off at Terrence Dicks, who was one of the showrunners at the time, and he was so pissed off that he took his name off of it. They put the name. You see, it's written by a guy named Robin Bland.
Yeah,
well, that's because Holmes thought he turned it into a bland story. Now, it's a classic. Doctor Who fans love it, but Holmes didn't.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, no, absolutely fantastic, brilliant stuff. Brilliant.
Hello there. How do you say it? Fatted? Is it fatted druid? How do you say that?
Fat-headed druid.
Okay, I couldn't see it that well. Okay, fat-headed druid. I like that. But yes, and thank you, Ash. Hey there, Project Story Time. Good to see you, buddy. You should join us one of these days, man. I'm hearing background. Someone's got some background going. Someone's out in public. Someone's at the DMV. No, I'm just kidding.
Now, if we're talking horror locations, the DMV,
That would make a great horror film.
Yeah.
It will chill your blood to the bone. It
Absolutely.
is the DMV.
Screams in the background.
Your license is cancelled. Yes.
You will take a number in line. No terror like you know the DMV.
Someone clip it. There's the movie intro right there.
Yes, that's pretty terrifying. Who doesn't walk up to the DMV with a sense of dread?
Fear and dread.
Yeah.
Even Star Trek did a Halloween episode. Of course, I don't like it. I didn't like Cat's Paw. Yeah, if I had Druid, I can hear, like they would say, take a ticket. Then you hear on the commercial the sound effect of a woman screaming. Ah! I can't do it. We'd have to have Arwen do that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I don't know. It's Halloween, everyone. And that's another thing. It seems maybe I just didn't know about it until recently. I just thought Halloween was like one day, but there are people who celebrate it all month. I mean, I never knew that. I mean, I never. It was the kind of thing as a kid you did it when it was.
Wait, you celebrated for just a month? I thought it never ended.
Maybe. Look, they were selling Halloween crap like 3 months ago.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to like stores and stuff, they usually put all the things right many months in advance. I mean, I went to the store today and they've already got the entire Christmas stuff set up. I went to Sainsbury's Retro and they've already got their Christmas stock all done and set up. Not all of it, but all the regular stuff like calendars, food, and festive stuff and all that. But yeah.
Arwen.
Hey y'all, okay? Sorry about that.
That's all right.
My dad came over and he brought some tires, and one of the neighbors came out and they had to jack up the car and do, man things and get it situated. So I don't think it's going to be as bad as I thought. All I was thinking of was like, damn, we're going to have to get a tow truck. We're going to have to tow it. Insurance is going to have to get involved. My head was just been splitting all morning about all this, but I think it's going to be okay, y'all. So,
great.
Yeah.
Great. So no body damage. It was just the tires.
No, it looks good. One of the rims was kind of chewed up because, I had to drive home on 3 just honking gone tires.
Right.
And when they took it off, it looked just around, the very edge. It just looked a little rough, but there's no bends. Where I took a nosedive, there's just a little bit of scraping on the front of the car. But again, it could have been a hell of a lot worse. It could have been much worse.
Absolutely.
And if that bank had not been in there, I would have actually hit the bank of the town because it's like right there across the railroad tracks. There's our bank. And I could just see soaring into the bank going, okay, I'm dead.
It must be loud living next to railroad tracks.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes when I'm streaming, people can hear the train cross up there. Like I'll see in the chat, there goes the train. I'm like, yeah.
A while back when I was working, I worked at a security at a petrol plant or whatever, and I was in this little bitty shack right next to the tracks, handling traffic for the train tracks. And so when a train would come, it would be an earthquake every time. So I must live half a mile from a train, from a rail, and I still hear it every night. That far. Yeah. So imagine how it was sitting next to it. I don't know how you do it with a house right there.
I get used to it, except ever since the train actually hit somebody, now every time the train comes through at night, the driver just leans on that horn for about 15 minutes. I'm like, dude, it's 3 a.m. We all hear you. Stop. But it's a living, so.
Oh yeah, no, that's cool. It doesn't vibrate the whole. It doesn't shake the whole house when it comes by or anything, right?
Oh yeah, it does. But I'm used to that. I don't even feel that anymore.
That's like living near an airport, I guess, when the planes fly right over and stuff.
The first time we moved in, it was like, I'm like, what the heck? But now
You'd be perfect living in Japan. Then there's earthquakes there all the time.
I don't know. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good.
Well, there you go. That's good then. Oh my goodness. Well, we were. Hello there, chat. Let's see what's going on in the chat, man. What up? Dad Man is Dad. You said Dad Man's back, right?
Yeah, he's back.
I was watching your some of the things you were doing. Dad Man, you know what, dude? I'm sick of you, man. You have too much fun. Man, all these you're at this all these I don't know which amusement park you were at. Not for me to say, but I don't know what it was. But dude, man, you go ride roller coasters and ride all these rides and stuff, dude. But yeah, did you go to the KFC buffet too, just to rub it in, or what? But because we were talking when he was on, someone was talking about the KFC buffet.
It's always Dad, man, because he's obsessed about taking me to one because I've never been to one.
Yes, that's absolutely right.
Because me and him both love KFC. Yeah.
Oh, yes. But we were talking about that. We don't have a buffet at the KFCs down here, though, Ash.
Well, it's only a few places. It's not everywhere. I mean, where he's at, I believe that there must be one near him. But there's a few dotted over. I saw at one point on Twitter, Father Christopher Miller, he posted one in another state as well.
Yeah, Father Miller found one way up in Illinois or somewhere up in there.
Yeah, maybe. Something like that. Yeah.
I wish we had one. We don't have one either. We're Hicks. We don't have nothing like that.
You have a buffet at Bojangles.
Yeah.
We don't have a Bojangles.
Really?
At least not anywhere near me. Yeah, maybe up in North Georgia, but not anywhere near me.
Atlanta has them.
Right.
Yeah, I'm about 2.5 hours outside of Atlanta. And as much as I would love a Bojangles, I'm not driving 2.5 hours through Spaghetti Junction in one-way traffic to get to it. So sorry. Atlanta's insane to drive in.
Yeah.
Dad Man Waffle House too.
Well, if they ever have a Waffle House buffet, that wouldn't be right. So, no.
Well, to be honest, it's America. I'm surprised there isn't a buffet for every single cuisine.
Well, there used to be Shoney's used to have the legendary breakfast buffet. I used to love that.
Yes.
But they're not Shoney's anymore. As far as I know. Now they have Ash, they do have magnificent breakfast buffets at a lot of the casinos.
Okay.
Huge breakfast. Oh, you love a breakfast. And they always have someone there making omelets. You pay them to make, tip them to make an omelet any way you want. And the insane, craziest omelets at these things. Yeah. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all you got to do is risk the smoke by going through the casino to get to the buffet.
Right. But actually, do they let you smoke in those things now?
Oh, they still do. At least the one I've got down here.
Was it like those classic films where you see all the big ballers with cigars and throwing dice and stuff and a glass of whiskey or is that too much of a classic trope and no one does that anymore?
No, they still do.
Okay.
Let's see. You can text Eris to email Chris Persia to DM Purple.
Oh my God, not this again.
Mark fired to smoke signal Mary to say hello to Arwen Avalon. Yes, Dad Man. Project Storytime says hello, Arwen. In Project, when you ever get a chance, dude, you're more than welcome to come hang with the Global Geek Gang, brother. As are you, Dad Man. And Pat says there was a Popeyes. Yeah, Popeyes did used to have some buffets in the ninth form, but that's very dangerous. Just taking your life in your own hands going there. What did Dad Man say? Dad Man said something about a Bojangles, but I missed him. Oh, there you go.
Pizza Hut's buffet was good.
I used to love those.
Yes, those were great.
Bojangles used to have buffets. I don't know if they still do there, though, Dad Man, but now all this buffet talk makes me want to go to. Well, the only buffet we have now. Well, we have a few Chinese food buffets, which are good ones, and they got Golden Corral if you like that sort of thing. but I guess no one here does. If you have those. But yes, you come over here, you're going to be hitting some buffets.
No, if I go over to the US, I will be exceeding the aeroplane weight limit on the way back because of the amount of food I'll eat.
We used to
Like,
have a Golden Corral before Coof.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, we had a new one here, but it was Coof shut it down for a long time, but it finally came back. I think it was brand new. Quincy's, I remember Quincy's. Remember Ryan's there, Keeley Chow? Yeah, I used to love Ryan. I was the only one that liked Ryan's.
Yeah,
but I'm with you. I used to love that Pizza Hut salad bar thingy.
Yeah, Golden Corral. Around us they closed after the Coof, and I haven't been there to see if it's been open.
Well, we have a great place called Salad Station that's very expensive if you want an expensive salad, but I love it. Oh, you talk about elaborate.
How about Ponderosa? That's almost.
Yeah, I remember that. It's back in the 70s and 80s. Anyone remember a place called Soup or Salad, spelled like the word soup with on the end of it? As in soup, because they had soup and salad. Anybody? No. Really? They were all over the South, but
what was it called again?
Well, the word soup, as in soup, soup that you eat, SOUP, with behind it, super salad.
No, was it one of these like
pretty
Panera
big,
bread, fancier places?
Well, this was 70s and 80s, but I mean, it was pretty big, and they had a lot of stuff.
That sounds good. That sounds really good. Of course, I'm just hungry. Everything sounds good right now.
now they have Salad Station, which is close. I go there sometimes. Salad Station. You fill up your thing at your salad bar, and do they have a lot to fill it up? And that they charge by the pound.
Do they?
You can end up with a $15 salad.
Wow!
But it's a pound of salad.
Yeah, if you don't watch it, you get it with a friggin'.
On salad is very light, so you'll be going with a carry bag full of salad essentially.
That's right. Because they got all this different kind of chicken and meat stuff that you can put on it and all that crap.
Okay,
by the time you get to the end, and they also have baked potatoes you can get if you want. They got soups. Yeah, it's
Yum.
Walking out,
You go in thinking, a pound's not that much, so you start filling it up. You want a bit of this, a bit of that, a bit of that. Sooner or later, it's you're £5 in and $25.
And then you have lunch for 3 days.
Exactly.
Wow, Dad Man remembers it. Look, Dad remembers Super Salad. There you go.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I love that place. Brett Cohen with a $5 super chat. No Pizza Hut buffet. I don't think we have them anymore. My local still has it. $14 for Bulimic's Paradise. Thank you for that, Brett. And I love that old pizza butt salad bar.
Oh God.
Well, it was a salad bar, but then they put pizza up there, and it became a Pizza Hut buffet as well. But now, I don't know. Maybe some of them still have it. I don't know.
Do y'all remember those CC's little dessert pizzas? Like the apple pie pizza?
Yes,
CC. Oh, those were so good.
Look at the CC's.
Dinner and a dessert all in one food.
The pizza was just sort of a blah, but the dessert pizzas were pretty good.
Yeah, that's why I went. You can keep your old stanky pepperoni. Give me some apple pie pizza. It was so good.
Now everybody wants to eat.
I know, we're all starving.
Yeah. Hey there, Cam. Hello there. Yeah, Sherry. Sherry says something craving second lunch. Yes. What would you be having, Sherry? Let's see. Let's go get a burger somewhere. They got all these fancy burger places now. You notice that it used to be like you'd go to McDonald's or something, or if you really want a good one, Whataburger's good. Now they got all these really special fancy pants ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yes, they do.
At Mooyah.
Fuddruckers was big in the.
I used to love Fuddruckers.
Yes, Fuddruckers.
Atomic Burger's good. They're just expensive.
Red Robin.
Yeah, those are good.
I've never been. I've wanted to go because I've seen pictures of Is that like a Shodies?
Not really. It's but it is. It's upper. It's not like a fast food thingy, and they get free. You get unlimited fries.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, my head's gonna explode! Unlimited fries.
Oh my God, my arteries are gonna explode.
that is one of I've been trying to eat right and lose a little weight and be good, but damn it, Fries? Oh,
Yeah, and they're
Why
big,
does
big
food have to
steak
taste
fries.
so good?
Yeah, they have like 10 different kinds of fries too. If that'll make it more.
God. Okay.
Steak fries are really good.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Well,
I'm
we've already
really
lost
hungry.
Owen.
And you mentioned fries, and my heart's just starting to beat so fast.
Let
I
this
get the
be-
papers over fries.
Let this be a lesson to everyone: eat lunch before you listen to the Global Geek Gang. Oh my goodness. Yes.
yeah.
What is geeky about food? Well, geeks need to eat too, I guess. In fact, some of us eat too much. Yeah, Five Guys used to be a lot. Like Claude mentioned,
Five Guys was good.
the what
It is good.
it is down here. It's not as good as some of the ones I used to go to in Atlanta. Look at Lord Thoth. What's up, dude?
LT.
Hey, LT.
LT.
But yes, I still like it. Don't get me wrong, Raymond. We have them around here, and there was a place called Fat Burger. We don't have anymore. They have them out. We probably still have them in some places. Smash Burger, Burger Smith. My favorite place, Twin Peaks, has burgers there. I get a hangover burger when I go there sometimes. Ever had a hangover burger?
Oh, but it sounds wonderful. I don't care even what's on it. It sounds
You
so
get a
good.
fried egg on it.
A fried egg? Really?
Oh yeah.
Double dose of protein.
Well, I don't drink alcohol, but from what I can tell, any burger after a hangover was probably going to be like the best burger ever.
Same here. I don't drink, but that's what I can't relate either because I don't drink, but I guess that's what it is. That's what it means.
Yeah.
But,
I thought that was the name of the burger.
It's the name of the burger.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go.
And I just got it because it had an egg on it. I didn't, but yeah, that's what they call it. That. So apparently, I am to deduce that people with hangovers will make a burger and put a fried egg on it. I guess.
Yeah.
Which works for me.
You learn something new every day.
I'm the worst weirdo when it comes to burgers because when I order them one way if I'm out, but if I make one at home, I only use just like a bun with some mayo and just the burger itself.
That's it.
And it's nothing. And but out I have to have bacon, ketchup, pickles, and cheese. And anyone who puts lettuce or tomato on a burger should be shot. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all, come on. You gotta have a little bit of green with all that fat.
You're going in to have a burger to enjoy.
Yeah.
The
Why put stuff in the way?
Veggie haters.
I'm allergic to that.
I don't want all that stuff on the burger. Go ahead.
I don't do onion or tomato. So I'm with you there. Onion or tomato? No, never on a burger. Never, ever, ever on a burger. But a little bit of lettuce, little thin sliced pickle, little cheese. Oh, it's so good.
Okay,
Dad Man is on to something there. Crystal Burgers. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Crystal Burgers.
Yeah.
They have in the French Quarter because he says those are good, go well after drinking. There's a 24-hour Crystal Burger in the French Quarter, or at least it used to be. I don't know if there's now. And Crystal Burgers, for those who do not know, are these little bitty, tiny little slide. I guess they're called sliders in some cases. I guess I don't, but they're very thin meat. With unfortunately, they put onions and mustard. I don't even like onions and mustard, but somehow it works on a Crystal Burger. I don't even know why.
They drench them in onions. Those diced, and they're the little diced ones that you can't pick off, no matter how much you scrape. Yeah. They're like embedded in the bun. It's like, God, I don't want onions on it.
I don't mind them with a Crystal Burger. I can't understand why, because I don't like them, but I would never order them. But yeah, on a Crystal Burger, yeah. I don't understand it. But yeah, Crystals are great. They have those all over. So, and yes, they're 24 hours, sometimes in a row.
They're good after a long night of D&D. We used to stay up all night gaming, and then we'd all be starving because all the orcs would be slain and the bosses would be killed. And it's like, where are we going to go? Well, that's the only place that was open. That or Waffle House, those two places. But yeah, I hear you.
Yep. Oh, Dad Man is fired. Dad Man, you, sir, are hired so I can fire you because you said, I will admit to getting a veggie burger at Five Guys. That's it, dude.
Oh, fire him.
You are dead. You are dead.
Vote him off the island.
What's that? Ed?
I'd buy it just to try it, just out of curiosity, but no, meat all the way.
Yes, a veggie burger. That's the sin against nature. Don't call it a burger then.
Well, McDonald's are doing vegan burgers now.
Oh, yes, they do, don't they? They should not be able to use the word burger with that. I'm just saying.
Well,
I don't know why. I'm just being silly.
Bobby's a vegan hater.
I'm a damn hater. Now, who doesn't love Waffle House? That's another story. I mean, at 3 in the... But see, Waffle House is only good if you go at 3 in the morning.
Nah.
You know,
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying, after a football game or a movie or
lost
something.
Arwen.
We've lost Arwen.
No. I do remember going to a Waffle House last time I was in the US, or maybe the time before, but I don't think I had a waffle. I think I had like some other breakfasts, like three or four hash browns stacked on top of each other with a bunch of other stuff. But yeah.
Hey, y'all.
Yes. Oh, what happened to you?
I laughed so hard, my
You're
damn
breaking
internet
up,
kicked me off
dude.
the screen.
Oh, crap.
Yeah,
Or you-
but I'm back.
What were you saying, Ash, there? What were you telling me?
Oh no, I was just saying. Last time I went to a Waffle House, I didn't have a waffle. Or the only time I went to
Yeah, a
Waffle
lot of
House.
people don't. A lot of people. Oh, Six, you're not fired. We're just firing Dad Man because
Yes, you're fired.
we like being mean to him.
What does Raymond say? Vote off the island.
We pick on Dad Man just because he gets to have all the damn fun,
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
and we're jealous.
Yes.
We love you, Six. You can, we have no problem with vegans here. We just like to pick on Dad Man because he deserves it. Now we love you, Dad Man. See, here's why. Let me tell you why I like to pick on Dad Man, Six. It's this creepy freaking avatar
Uh-huh.
with a damn doll on it. God, dude, man, he knows it too. From Trilogy of Terror.
He wields that power.
Have you ever seen that, Arwen? By the way,
I have not. Not that I remember.
Ash, have you seen it? Trilogy of Terror? No.
No, I haven't.
Good. Well, and Retro, you've seen it?
Go on, say again.
Have you seen Trilogy of Terror?
No,
the thing-
not read.
The thing that with the stupid doll that is Dad Man's avatar.
His little tiki doll.
No, I haven't.
Oh
I've never
my
seen it.
God!
No,
Well, what it is I'll see. Story Time says, Arwen, can you DM Loki to fax Purple to call Dadman, to yell at Persia, to text Ash, to semaphore Retro, to sign
What's a
language
semaphore?
Harris, to say hello
flags,
to Bobby.
set of flags. He's got to get
Oh.
semaphore flags.
Oh, okay.
Do y'all know how that started? Do y'all know how
No,
that started?
I don't, but
all
I
right.
would love to know.
Very briefly. All right. It
The
was on
typing.
Mary's game room one night. It was one of her streams. Okay. And I can't remember if it was, no, it wasn't Uno because that was just insane. Anyway, it was one of the games and everything was just, they were trying to play and we were just all kind of shooting the breeze. Well, Dad Man was really into the game and we're live. Okay. Well, Firefly MK1 comes into the chat and he says hello and he says, hey to Dad Man. He says, hey to all of us. And Dadman's just concentrating so hard. Well, live, he tells me, he says, instead of just saying, hey, he's like, Arwen, can you tell Firefly that I say hello? And I'm like, what do you want me to do? He says, I want you to tell him hello for me. And he's thinking, type it out. And so I'm like, okay, Firefly, Dadman says, hey. And then Mark instantly tired's like, wait a minute. Did Dadman just ask Arwen live streaming to say hello to Firefly when he could have said it himself? And he's like, well, I wanted you to type it. And I'm like, honey, I could have typed it, but it would have been under my name. And I already typed hello to him anyway. And it has just snowballed. This thing has legs for years. So now I'm his personal greeter. Okay, so whenever somebody has something to say, they got to ask him, to ask me, to ask him. Oh my God, it's insanity. It's insane. That's how that started.
Every form of messaging in history will end up being this. So I'd say there's a few months down the line, you're gonna have like one that's like 3-4 YouTube chats long, and it's just gonna keep. You're gonna have like Messenger Raven. You're gonna have Foot Soldier carrying a note. You're gonna have all these other things.
Have you got a punch? Have you got a punch? Have you got a punch card machine? Get one of them.
Oh God! In last week in Mary's stream, they were getting creative. They were really getting creative. It was transatlantic. I mean, oh God. Anyway, that's how that started. So Dadman says, "Hey, y'all."
Wow.
Yep.
Quick, translate it into Morse. Quick.
Oh yeah, Morse code. That's been in there. Oh my god. Anyway, so now y'all know. The more you know.
The more you know. There you go.
Batman says,
I love
"Hey."
Well, hey, Dad, man. I'm still mad at him for having all that fun. I'm kidding. We love him. I'm like, man, I barely get to go down the street. This guy's going all over the place, man. Going to amusement parks and
Yeah.
all that fun stuff. I mean, Retro and I never get to go anywhere, do we, Retro?
No, I'm not allowed out. No, I'm not allowed out. I have to stay in the basement. You know what I mean? It's just the missus lets me out. yeah, with all my collectibles. That's it.
Yeah,
No, I'm not allowed out. No.
Wait a minute, Retro, you two? Okay, so what we need to do is we need 2 cans and a piece of string, and then one basement to another. We can communicate. Got it.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Be like Escape from Alcatraz.
Yeah. With a great escape.
yeah.
We'll dig a tunnel underneath all the city.
Yep. Escape from Alcatraz was number 6 playing number 2, basically playing a warden. Didn't that always strike you as weird? Number 6, and Patrick McGowan is the warden in that film.
Excellent.
Yeah. Odd film there. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's see here. Raymond, you okay there, bro? I think he had to handle something. He'll be back. He'll be back. Well, what's going on with everyone right now? Let's see. What is geekness, kind of geek trouble can we get into? I know Retro, you had some stuff to show.
Oh yeah, huh? I've got some bits and pieces to show.
Who wants to look at some retro show and tell?
I'm afraid it's Doctor Who stuff, but you know.
That's okay. No, what do you mean afraid?
That's not good enough.
Special. Not good enough for Ash, but we'll let you have it.
Well, like I said, I managed to snag these before the scalpers got them all. So
oh my,
yeah.
Nice.
Oh wow, dude.
Chesterfield sofa is the
Chesterfield.
first. Yeah, as the Doctor that generally got.
That was one of the first Doctor Who novels of novelizations of old episodes that I ever got. Keys of Marianas.
So that's
Hartnell.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Love it, dude.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You've been getting a few of those sets, haven't you?
Oh yeah. I've been really, really lucky that I've managed to get. So look at that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay.
Exterminate.
Yeah.
Exterminate.
Oh my
Love
god.
You are the Doctor.
Yeah.
You are Retro. You must be exterminated. Oh, man.
There he is. There's the first Doctor.
The real first Doctor.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Chesterfield. Yeah. There we go.
What's all this rubbish about me not being the first Doctor?
Yeah.
What's
Complete nonsense.
Complete nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
and there we go. And there's another one there. So yeah,
Who doesn't love
blame
the
Damon, blame
Daleks?
Loki, blame Eris, blame Clobby, blame Persia, blame Ash, blame Retro, blame Arwen, blame Purple, blame Mary. But no blame for Project Storytime. I see how you are.
So yeah, and I've
go back to that one, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, dude. Yeah, there you go.
Oh wow,
That's nice.
Power of the Daleks.
Is there a pink one?
Very first trout one. Yes, there is somewhere.
There is.
No,
There is somewhere. There is.
Gotta have a
There will
pink
be.
one.
Absolutely.
There is somewhere.
You remember the M&M's Daleks that have been from Victory of the Daleks, the Matt Smith one.
Yeah.
I think
The
that was
paradigm Daleks.
Yes, the ones I called the M&Ms because they were.
Yeah, the paradigm Daleks. Yeah.
Yep.
And
that's for those who don't know, that's the second time Troughton fights the Daleks, and the episode, of course, missing
was
parts
missing.
are animated.
Yeah, and it's absolutely animation. Really enjoying it. I've only watched 2 episodes of it so far, but really enjoying it. Really
Nice.
good.
I can't wait.
If you haven't, again,
Can't
this
wait
is
to see
one.
it.
Yeah, so this is again one of the stories I've wanted to see for such a long time. obviously Power of the Daleks as well, but I've got that one as well. But I was really looking forward to see this one, and so far, really, really enjoyed it. So if you haven't, well, more than likely you won't have seen it. So I recommend, if you're a big Doctor Who fan, it's definitely worth getting hold of. Really, really nice. Great one to get hold of.
I love that they're animating the ones that they have. They don't. I mean, look, there's nothing you can do. You have the sound, and you don't have the pictures anymore, unfortunately. So that's at least some way to at least add some closer to the story that you get to see a story that you never would have been able to see otherwise. So there you go. Like Claude says, I hope they animate the Dalek Master Plan sometime. I know it's a 12 parts, but they could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
if they have the sound.
I mean, I've got some other shots as well of the up and coming B&M. So I'd like to thank I think it's Ian on Twitter. He posted these up, so I'd like to say thanks to him because he's shared. Yeah.
Which Ian?
So
Which Ian?
He's another fellow Doctor Who collector. I think he holds.
Oh, yes.
I think he holds the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
So
I think Noel's and our buddy Noel's had him on there, right?
Yeah. So I just want to. What I'll do is I'll try and show off this entire screen. Hang on. So let me.
I love that pic you have behind you, dude. That's just amazing.
Yeah. So.
That's no McCoy on there, huh? No.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It is beautiful.
So.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, just bear with me. I take it everybody can see that screen, okay?
Yep. Let me full screen it. Oh my!
Wow.
So that's another one. That's another one that's actually coming out. So apparently, Unearthly Child, first Doctor. I know. I'm looking forward to. Yeah, looking forward to seeing that one. Hoping to get hold of that one. They're supposed to be coming out in a couple of weeks, I believe, in B&M. So I'll be hot-footing it down to there again to spend my hard-earned pennies. So I'll probably be allowed out the basement to go and buy some of those. So the missus might let me out. So again, got another one. So another one as well. This one, again, I think you'll appreciate this one, Mike. Look at that one.
Oh my goodness!
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Five Doctors. It's got the Rasputin robot.
Yeah, that's awesome, isn't it?
I love that robot.
I know. That is so cool. Just as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, man. Oh my god!" Because we've been talking about it for ages. That I think they should definitely do a whole 5 Doctors box set. It's what they need to do.
Yes, I agree.
They need to do a whole 5 Doctors box set with
all
the Doctors in. And all the characters, and obviously the Master of the Daleks, the Cybermen, the Wrestling Warrior, and they need to do all of them. Jamie, and they need to do all that as well. Get all them in there. So that's the other one, and then another one, which is apparently coming out as well. So, like I say, I will. Here we go. Get that one up. Look at that one. There you go.
Wow!
Wow, dude.
That's so
cool. From Earthshock.
Yeah.
I love Earthshock.
Yeah,
and
so
not just because Adric gets killed. Okay, a lot because Adric gets killed.
Yeah, we know.
I told you about that, how I held a Death of Adric party at the comic shop I was running when this first aired.
Yeah.
The local Doctor Who club was not happy with me, by the way. They were all offended that I would have a Death of Adric.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately, quite a few Doctor Who fans actually do find him rather irritating. Yes, yeah. He's like the Wesley Crusher of Doctor Who.
He is, but at least they killed him in time. Wesley's forever. Don't leave.
So,
my God, yeah, that's greatness, dude. I love it.
Yeah. So that's those other little bits and pieces there. So hopefully, if I can get hold of those, I will pop back on again with a few of the other bits and pieces. With a better luck.
Actually, Project Storytime, I didn't own this particular one. I owned one later. This one I was just running. I've run other ones too, but yes. Eric's not here to carry on the conspiracy. By the way, a big shout out. I don't know if he's living, if he's listening. He can't. I know he can't make it to the show, but I want everyone a big E in the chat there for the great Eric K. He's a little under the weather there. Great fellow, great friend of ours, and love you, Eric. If you're listening out there, brother. get better, man. So big love to the great Eric K, our good friend. But yes, that gets me nostalgic for some Doctor Who there, dude.
Yeah, but I can't wait for that Five Doctors one. Really looking forward.
Oh my God, yeah, dude, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, did you ever, Arwen? Were you ever a Doctor Who fan? I know everyone else here has been a fan of one point or another. Did you ever watch much Doctor Who?
I started watching it when what's his name? When the Ninth Doctor took over, Christopher
Eccleston.
Yes. I started watching it then.
Oh, the reboot.
I loved it. Yes,
that's not a reboot.
And what?
Sorry, it's a continuation.
A continuation, yes. And I watched it up until Peter Capaldi took over. I watched a little bit of that, and it was okay. I don't know. I thought he was doing a good job. Just I didn't think the episodes
the writing
was terrible.
The writing. Yeah.
And then this whole Jodie, what's her face? I was like,
but Ash, I say that not just to mess with you. Russell T Davies himself said it's not a reboot. He says it's a continuation. But the thing is, about that dovetails with the big news recently about Russell T Davies returning for the 60th anniversary.
And beyond
from Chibi. Probably from and beyond. And that would excite me in normal times, even though I actually had some issues even with his era that he had, but I, for the most part, really love what he did. There were certain decisions he made that I didn't like. The Last Son of Krypton stuff. Oh, Gallifrey, sorry.
Yeah.
That he started. The Doctor being, the last. Some of that stuff I didn't think were great decisions, but he had a lot of great stuff. I mean, Eccleston, I went in with no faith. Well, I know that shocks everyone. But you know why, though? It was just, I was still going to give it a shot, and of course did and loved it. But one of the things that I was worried about going in, I was seeing all the, back then there was not a lot of stuff on the internet about it, but this is when you still had to look at magazines, and Starlog and other magazines were, I would see these pictures of this dude, with his head shaved and he's wearing a Fonzie jacket or whatever. He's wearing a black jacket. I'm like,
yeah.
He's not dressed doctorish to me. That sent up a red flag. I'm like, oh, this is gonna.
They did try and cool him up a little bit, which was
but it didn't take long. Rose, the first one, Rose, leaked to the internet. See over here, back then, Doctor Who was not. I don't know if you knew, Retro. We weren't getting it immediately. You guys were. It took years, but a buddy of mine was able to download it. The first one leaked to the internet like a week and a half. Before it aired.
I remember that. Yeah.
Hey there, follow me. So I got it, and I was like, all right, well, it's Doctor Who. I'm going to definitely give it a shot. And I really loved the first one. I'm like, oh, he's great. He acts Doctor. He's just like a doctor. I know they've added some of this, some of this modern day pathos to it and all this kind of stuff. And nevertheless, he's great. I like her. This is good. Wow, I'm excited, even though I don't like the way Mark D, what's up, bro? Good to see you.
Hey, hello. Yep, thanks for having me.
Good to see you, buddy.
Hey,
Mark.
Hey, man.
Hey, Mark. Lurking it. Arwen, can you say hi to Dad Man for me?
Don't start that again.
I told you he's got legs.
Don't start that again. But Eccleston did a great job when he leaves.
Yeah.
We lose him after a year, but there were some great stories in that first year.
Yeah, he definitely did a great job bringing it back.
Oh, I love him. Yeah,
definitely did. Again, we've got a lot to be grateful for Eccleston picking up that part.
And it just says a lot that again, for a long time there, even when he left, it was a bummer he was leaving early. But David Tennant comes along and he does dress more doctorish. Yeah, he's fantastic, and I love Matt Smith as well. But so for a good 7, 8, 9 years or so, there was so much excitement for Doctor Who. And,
there really was.
It was just sad because you started to notice in the later Matt Smith episodes slight little bits of I don't know, you want to call it wokeness. I know that's not the people go that's the right term to use, but you started to notice it slightly creeping in here and there, and there's little comments made. Particularly I remember one particular part in The Doctor's Wife where they found the cubes with like the messages from the Time Lords. They were making comments about the change in gender there when they were mentioning about because a lot of people probably won't remember that, but I do, because they made the comments of, oh yeah, he used to be like, and then he mentioned the then change in gender, and I was like, all right, so they were then setting the ground there. It's like, oh, and then again, when I myself loved Peter Capaldi, I thought I think he was a brilliant actor, fantastic actor playing the Doctor.
Great actor.
For me, I personally think he was the closest thing we ever got to like a classic Doctor as such. But again, unfortunately, the writing, the essence was starting to sneak in there, and I think he was getting sort of told to do one thing, then he was getting changed, and he wasn't really able to sort of settle properly, I think, on the roles. And I say some of the bad stories were starting to sneak in. But still, for me though, I think he's absolutely fantastic, and I was just absolutely gutted when Peter Capaldi left, because he was fantastic. I would have liked to have seen him done a longer stint. Would have definitely like at least like 5 years, because I think he was up for that as well.
Yeah, he deserved much better stories, Capaldi.
Oh yeah,
and he loved Doctor Who. Yeah, he just
did.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
shitty stories.
Yeah.
And Jodie is just not to get into that too much, but I always mention, you see JoJo Martin on screen for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
As much as we don't like the new stuff, she's got that presence, and you're like,
exactly.
That she's the she carries herself so much better, and I always want to give actors the benefit of the doubt, but
I mean, again, I was sort of, I wasn't really sort of keen on the idea of them swapping gender. But I was open-minded enough to give it a try, and I did. But it was like, I watched the first episode, and it never struck home with me at all. I just, when generally when you see like a new Doctor after the regeneration, there's always what like the Doctor moment, and you go, yeah, that's the Doctor. But for me, it never felt like that for me. Never, ever, ever felt like that. And I sort of watched the whole of Series 11. And I think after the second episode, I was like, why am I not enjoying it? I just didn't enjoy it. I found it boring and uninteresting.
The stories are just so horrible.
It was like watching paint dry. It was just like
no imagination to them. I mean,
no. It was just terrible.
They were terrible. They were absolutely worse than boring. They were absolutely terrible. Boring is bad enough. Absolutely terrible. Written,
absolutely awful. There was like no excitement, no sort of fun, no sort of, no building of the characters at all. Obviously, again, Bradley Walsh was probably the best in there, because he was at least a decent actor. So. And then again, they just like messed around with his character. But yeah, sorry, I'm sort of cautiously optimistic about Russell T Davies coming back. I'm cautiously optimistic. So I'm not going to say, oh, he's not going to do a good. We'll wait and see what happens. So I am looking forward to it. And hopefully it is in good hands, because again, thanks to Noel, the likes of Noel. So give Noel a shout out on the TARDIS zone, and talk to Doctor as well, Eddie as well. So give those two guys their channel a shout out, because they get all the good information.
Absolutely, Noel TARDIS zone. I got a link in my description below. Noel's a great buddy.
Yeah. So
somebody's got some background noise going on. If you could, I don't know where that's coming from.
I think it might be Raymond.
Maybe.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Is it Raymond?
No, I still hear it now. I don't know what it is. Not a big. It can't be you, Mark, can it? I don't know. How about now? Oh, there you go. Maybe you're in a working place. That's cool. That's not a problem.
Is that me or?
I don't know. Don't hear it now. You're good.
Thanks. Yep. Yeah. Sorry if it was me.
It may have been. We're very angry with you over it.
You're gonna make me eat veggie burgers now? God,
we're very offended. let's see here. What? Oh, I got okay. Well, that's cool, Raymond. You're good, man. It happens, brother. But yeah, we just never know what it is. But hey, it never has to be perfect here. It's the Global Geek Gang, folks.
Yeah.
And we're global. So you got to
That's
expect
right.
that sort of thing. Yeah, so, right here and there. Well, I got me a new figure as well today. Retro. Well, I don't have it in my possession yet. I'll be having it tomorrow. But I'm so relieved to be getting this because I didn't think I was going to find it because I hate these friggin' Walgreens exclusives.
Yeah, agree.
Well, a buddy of mine, again, you got to have like a relic hunter out there or something. Finding stuff for you. And so I got lucky. I got a buddy of mine who's very, very good at finding these things. And I also have a computer that's being very slow. Evidently, see if it's coming up there. But if those any Nova fans out there.
Ooh.
Nova's one of my favorite characters, and this is Bronze Age Perfect.
Nice.
And a buddy of mine has picked it up for me.
Oh, that's cool.
These figures aren't cheap anymore. But you can't even. But look, I would just order it off of Amazon if it were a normal Marvel Legends figure, so I don't have to go hunting for it.
Yeah.
But you can't because they're making a Walgreens exclusive. Screw you, Hasbro. You're so full of shit.
Yeah.
Really. So you got to go to a Walgreens.
That's what it's like over here with the Doctor Who figures. It's B and M only. You can't get them anywhere else, and it's just crazy. So yeah, I feel your pain. I know what it's like.
Yeah, because they make it. Just don't make them a damn exclusive. Everything. Just give everyone a chance. It's bad enough that if it's at Walmart or Target, they're going to be these jackasses who run around town grabbing them up so they can sell them on eBay for twice or three times. If you ever see somebody like that just punch them in the throat right in the store. And if they come there to arrest you, tell them why. And
Metaphorically,
they deserve it.
You've seen the posts on Twitter. You see literally seeing the posts on Twitter with the photographs, and there's like pallets of all like the Doctor Who stuff loaded up. And like the scalpers are just coming in and just laying down a wad of cash and just like taking them out. And it's like, what? And it's like, it's just, whoa. That's like,
exactly, Jill. Any of you who are scalpers out there, you're scum. Go screw yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're filth. Just let people buy, and again, they'll buy this. This thing's $20. It's like $22, whatever.
Yeah.
And they'll take it, and it'll be $60 on eBay. It's already $60 before it even hit the States.
It's crazy.
It was, I think it was someone told me it was in Canada months before we had it for some reason at Walgreens, and so you could get it for $60 if you want. And I thought, well, this happened with the Fantastic Four figures a few years ago that was Walgreens exclusives. You never could find the thing, right, Mark?
No, I could never get it. Yep.
We had them down here pretty in abundance for a few minutes. But this one, I've already checked a few Walgreens. We can't find it. My buddy, I don't know how he managed it. He managed to get two, get me one and get him one. And, now maybe you'll see him. But it's just ludicrous. Walgreens of all places. Why? Walmart's bad enough, but the scalpers know it, and it's easier for them to go to the Walgreens and grab that.
Yeah, they do. They do it in everything, in every community and every product, and it's just it's gross.
Ironcaster. He said they should have made Marvel's Katie the Walgreens exclusive. Oh yes. Marvel's Katie, good one. Yeah, so I'm just I have the old Toy Biz one from the 90s. Other than that, I didn't think they would ever do a Bronze Age accurate Nova figure. But there you go. And the only thing I would have added they should have had a piece where you could take him off of the midsection and put the rocket effect on there. Like if you look at the comics where he's got a rocket effect, he's Nova, the human rocket they used to call him. Anyway, to those who remember Rich Rider, I loved him. I loved this comic, and not him in the New Warriors when he was in there, but then some people liked him from that. Anyway, so yes, I'm happy to get that.
Oh, cool!
A rare moment of something cool for a change. So figures, and by the way, yes, I broke my figure moratorium to get this one because I have one. Because I had to stop years ago. I have too many. First of all, they can't fit them all anywhere. And they're just expensive. It's expensive to collect figures. So I made a rule.
Yeah, it is.
It has to be something, a character that I just, there's no way I can do without it. So like that Doctor Doom one from a few months back or earlier this year that came out that was fantastic. And I think I got a really nice comic book accurate Thanos. There's a nice comic book accurate Ultron out there, and I'm debating. Oh my goodness! And they have an ad for one coming up, a Captain America 20th anniversary one, folks. That is the best Captain America figure I've ever seen, which means it'll be impossible to get. It's going to be some kind of exclusive. I know it. They already said it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure to exclusive to whom yet. Not Walgreens, at least. But it's too good to be true. The 80th anniversary when it came out 2 years ago, or last year, whatever it was, which should have been 80. It was a Marvel 80th, not a Captain America 80th. And you can't get that one anymore for under like 60 or 70 bucks. But this one looks even better than that. Same sculpt with better colors. It's perfect. It's perfect. So probably won't be able to find it.
Do you know is it going to be one of those really expensive ones?
No, it's going to be a normally priced figure, it looks like, but it's going to be tough to get. And it's beautiful. It's a 20th anniversary. It's a Toy Biz 20th anniversary thingy. They get confusing with their anniversaries, but man, oh my goodness, it's the perfect Captain America figure. Best one I've ever seen. I saw did a 25-minute video. A guy, Hasbro let him review it. And I still hate you, Hasbro. I hate you even more that you do good figures. I wish you just did shitty figures so I could hate you with impunity. They're crap. Yeah, but so they'll make sure I don't get that one now, right? Oh, here we go again with Project. I love this. This is fun stuff here. Arvin, can you DM Mark to call Mary, to fax Clobby, to text Loki, to smoke signal purple, to Morse code Chris Persia that I'm blameless?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I forgot to tell you, he had a message in there. He wanted me to say, Clobby, his favorite doctor is the 9th Doctor.
Who's Project?
Yes.
Well, I'm afraid that's not acceptable. I'm gonna have to call a 15-yard penalty. I'm just kidding. I like him. I like that. I love.
That's not acceptable. I'm gonna have to tell Retro to fax Mark to.
Yes. Hey, listen, pal. When I want your opinion, I'll give it to you.
Is anyone got a hammer? Has anyone got a ham radio? Quick, we need to get a ham radio now.
How about Morse code?
Do they still make those?
What about satellite phone?
Yeah.
Do they still have ham radios? People still buy those?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to get a ham radio.
Well, hell yeah. Look who's here. Oh, we have a distinguished visitor.
Hey.
Great.
Hey.
Pablo.
Hey, hi, dude.
Long time, bud. How you doing?
Oh, I have been better, but just finished washing dishes, so what can I say?
Well, I hope I can guarantee that this could be a little bit more fun than washing dishes.
Oh, I was hearing.
Yes.
Oh, I saw that figure, man.
Nova figure,
well,
yes, dude.
I've been in touch anyway, so hopefully it will show up. So I'm still checking in every now and again just to see what's going on. So just waiting.
Which one? On which one?
I promised. I don't know if you remember. I promised Pablo when I next went to B&M that if I got a Doctor Who, I'd get him an extra one, and I've sent him a Doctor Who figure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which one is
Yeah.
it? What you said?
Yeah, I've sent him the first Doctor one and a couple of other bits. So
Yeah,
because
with the sensorites.
because I know how difficult it is for Pablo to get hold of stuff. So
I never knew they did a figure of her.
yeah. So
Sorry, you said first Doctor. I had to make the stupid timeless joke.
Oh, come on.
Snap.
Dude, I have been,
So yeah. So
I have
Druid
been
said
checking
that.
too, and I don't know. Correos del Ecuador, that is the agency that actually will handle this end of the things, is really slow. So maybe that is taking its time. But since then, I have been rewatching a lot of Hartnell's Doctor Who, and man, it's beautiful. The sensorites, for example, is just the amount of care of every single detail in those episodes, and is the first time that you ever heard about Gallifrey or the aspect of Gallifrey, because Susan starts just randomly talking about how in her world the leaves are just silver, and in the nights are bright orange.
Yeah.
And that's the first time that you actually, yeah. Also, is the first time where the doctor tells that he hates guns.
Now, on that one, I have not seen the censor rights, at least that is that one that they animated the missing stuff to, Pablo, or no?
No, the next one, Reign of Horror, is the one that they had to fix a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's basically the whole part of the third, fourth, and fifth episode are gone. So they have the audio and just a bit of the image, but the audio is really good.
Jill, I'd say you can start with Hartnell, but you don't have to. See, most of us didn't know about those when we started with Tom Baker. I love Tom Baker. You can start anywhere. I think, again, people always say go back to the beginning, and I have no objection to that. If you can start with the Hartnell ones, knock yourself out. But you can start with Robot Tom Baker, and then watch all those, and you might be interested in previous doctors. You could do it either way because the show's so great that way.
Yeah.
If you have the ability to find the Hartnells, hey, I say start at the beginning, like a lot of people would. Some people, it's weird. Some people like other doctors, some doctors better than others. I love them all, but I do have degrees of who I like the best and stuff. You can't go wrong starting with Pertwee either. I never, it's sort of like, if you're going to watch modern, you got to start at Rose, I think. But with the old show, you could start with Robot. You could start with Spearhead from Space, but you can start now. Power of the Daleks is out there, but it's missing pieces, so it's got the animated added things, and some of those. Unearthly Child exists in its entirety. Hartnell, so you can start there. It's difficult to say which ones would appeal to you the most. Which doctor would appeal to you the most? But with classic, you can kind of almost start anywhere and then backtrack if you like it. If you get interested in it.
Yeah, I have a theory.
Genesis of the Daleks. Go ahead.
Oh, I have a theory on how people will like which doctor. If you really like Capaldi, Hartnell is really good for you. If you like Matt Smith as when he's angry, Hartnell is a good way. But Baker is if you like more, let's say, Rose. If you like those episodes, you can go to Baker and it's really chill. So if you are starting with new Doctor Who, you can go back depending on which doctor you like the most and check. There's Hartnell has a bit more of prestigious air,
He's distinct. Hartnell, I mean, there was no set template for playing the character. When Hartnell did it, he was just a grouchy old grandpa. And then I thought, what an amazing move they pulled to bring in Troughton, this guy. He's supposed to be the same being, but he looks nothing like him and acts nothing like him. So his personality shift, even though he's the same creature.
Yep.
And I love that.
Yep.
And then after Troughton, every doctor, I love the fact that every doctor's a contrast to the last one. His personality shifts every time. So it seemed like Troughton was the first one who played him like the amicable, humor, fun-loving type of doc. Even Pertwee, who was not exactly like, he was more like Hartnell in some ways, yet he still had some of the Troughton fun, mischievousness. And then you go back to kind of the craziness with Tom Baker, and then you get a little bit more reserved with Peter Davison. Say what you want about Colin. I mean, he played him more of a nutty. There's some Hartnell in Colin. There's some Tom in Colin, and then McCoy back to sort of a Troughtness. But the more they go along, the more each doctor combines elements of all the actors.
Yes.
So like Matt Smith, when he first took on the role, he started watching Troughton episodes, and he became excited. And he started. I think he and Stephen Moffat started talking about how he did all this crazy stuff with his hands, and he said he got that from Troughton. He liked being really illustrative with his hands and stuff. And was even the war doctor even said to him, he said, "You can never talk about flapping your hands about."
Yeah.
And they all have different aspects. Go ahead.
There's an episode where he actually goes to see the living plastic with his own eyes when he's investigating about
the Nestines.
Yeah. So basically, when he duplicates in this hybrid doctor something else, because it's not purely the doctor, he starts to talk in different accents of the different doctors and in the different mannerisms and everything. that shows you how much Matt Smith actually cared about Doctor Who. You can see.
Yeah, they even used the Tom Baker soundbite.
Yes.
But it's also, that's one of the things I love. You know, when Peter Davison in this first episode, Castrovalva was still in the throes of his mental sickness. He was like still regenerating and messed up. He's walking through the corridor and he stops to Adric and goes, "Tell me, boy, what would you do if you were me? Eh? Perhaps I should ask, what would I do if I were me?" He became Hartnell for a second.
Yeah.
Remember? Then he transitioned into to Third Doctor for a second. "Not far now, Brigadier. If the Ice Warriors don't get there first." I mean, he was going through all of his previous,
incarnations.
Yeah, Troughton one. I just love that about the show. And Davison was underrated in my opinion, anyway. But I love that each Doctor contrasts the last one. That's one of the fun things about regeneration.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Davison definitely had it hard because I mean, he was following the role of Colin Baker, so
of Tom.
Tom Baker.
Tom Baker.
I think he did a great job. I think he did a really good job.
Those are tough shoes to fill too. After Tom Baker, I started watching with Tom Baker, and I was like, "There's going to be a new Doctor. What do you mean there's going to be a new Doctor? How And my friend Rob was explaining to me like, "Oh no, but the Doctor, the regenerations. Like, how am I going to watch it with it? And then you grow to like the character. And my opinion is like, I think if you're new to Who, I would recommend watching, starting in 2005. Because it's just more accessible to people who are used to modern.
If you're new,
and then go back, and I would say I think hitting Tom Baker is probably the easiest to watch. Not that it would turn you off some of the earlier episodes, but it's you've got to really have an open mind and say, hey, this was done in 1963, and just focus on how good the stories are, and don't worry about the special effects and just the acting and the characters and that stuff. But I don't know. I always tell people start with Eccleston. I think that's an easy intro, and then that'll suck you right in because those stories
it depends upon the person. Some people can't watch those old budgeted shows. Like I love Doctor Who and Blake 7. I don't care that the budget or the sets or any of that kind of stuff, but I understand some people won't take to a show like that. It's a shame.
Yeah.
So I say if you have those modern sensibilities and you can't understand, you're watching a show that may have cheap sets and cheap video look to it and all that kind of stuff, and if you have a problem with that, you need the more modern stuff. That if you might be okay if you start with the 2005 stuff, but it just depends on the individual. Like if you talk, for example, someone who did grow up watching old Doctor Who, but they haven't seen Blake 7, you can say if they oh, you should watch Blake's. If they say, should I watch Blake 7? You can say, yeah, and they'll be okay because they understand that it was the same type of budget. It was in the same building in the same place. Whereas if they've only watched New Who and haven't watched any old stuff, if they say, should I watch Blake 7? You're going to go, well, have you ever seen old Doctor Who? And they go, no. Then they're probably going to watch it. And they're going to dump on this, say it looks cheesy and the effects and all those weird hairdos and the clothes and all that stuff. They may not get it as much. So, and the same thing with Doctor Who, vice versa. If they haven't watched old stuff from the BBC, they may be okay. They may be able to accept it. Some don't. And I've seen reviewers review old Blake 7s who've never seen that stuff. And they would say, they would talk about how well written it is and well acted it is and all this stuff, but they would still not give the thing a high review, but holding the effects and the budget and the sets against it. And that's a shame.
Yeah. You got to see past that, and you've got to concentrate and view the story for what it is. That is where it comes. The story, the characters, and the acting. That is where it is at. Ignore all that. You're not interested in that. It's the characters and the story. That's what you're interested in. That's what draws you in. Because every week as a kid, I'd just be you'd get to the cliffhanger episode, and you'd be geared up like ready to see the next episode. But you'd be excited to see how's the Doctor here, what's going to happen to the companion, and you'd just be absolutely over the moon, waiting to see it. The next episode. So
absolutely. You said it, Doth. You said it, buddy. Blake 7 is great. Avon Lives. It's such a great show. And I mean, hell, J. Michael Straczynski is often cited as one of his biggest inspirations for Babylon 5. Yet some people don't understand it. They will look at it and, oh, hello, Snortopoopas. Good to see you, bud. And thank you for being here, Jill. Good to see you. But a lot of people I don't know. They can't get into the old style look and effects, and I think that's a damn shame.
Yeah, I agree.
I grew
Maybe-
up with Baker.
Maybe that is what is good with new Doctor Who, at least when new Doctor Who was good before the
Yeah.
Dark Times,
Yeah,
before the
yeah.
Empire. But it was, you could get connected with the Doctor as a character. So
Oh,
you
I
start
totally
to
agree.
hear about the
Yes.
older generations and all the adventures, and you want to start to watch them, and you get hooked. Is a gateway to the old stuff, because once you go to the old stuff and you start to feel like, yeah, this is Doctor Who, this is what I know, you are instantly hooked. You no longer care about the effects or anything. But if you are just a random guy that just looks the first episode or something like that, is something like, if you like Godzilla, the old Godzilla, you might like this. If you like Flash Gordon or the kind of serials where you will see the costumes, you will see the zips and everything, if you like that, you may enjoy Doctor Who without seeing new Doctor Who. But if you are already spoiled with technical details, well, you might prefer go to first Doctor Who. And the first season, the first series, is great to get you introduced to every single concept of Doctor Who, because it even has a regeneration. And that is the thing that basically tame people, so they will actually be waiting for the 10 to regenerate, because they knew was a thing.
Can I ask
Yep.
y'all a question? Since
Sure.
y'all are like, you know all this. Okay. Did they plan on having the Doctor regenerate, or was that because of the death of the original actor? Was that something
Well,
that they created?
retirement.
he was getting he wasn't dead.
Oh,
He
okay.
was in some
Pretty
in
ill,
some-
pretty ill.
and he was having trouble remembering things. Although it was
Okay.
for that time, really young age, and they were replacing him. So yes, it was out of necessity. They felt that they could not. He couldn't, and he didn't want to leave. I mean,
No,
if
he
you, in
didn't
fact,
want to go.
you know what you should
No.
see,
Okay.
Arwen. You know
Oh,
what you
yeah.
should watch.
Yeah.
There's a wonderful movie that was made for the
Oh,
20th
yeah.
anniversary called Doctor Who Adventure. Was it called Adventures of Space and Time? I believe.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, please
yeah,
watch it. Please
It tells
watch it.
the origin
Okay.
of the show and how it all started with. They have was it David Bradley, the guy from the Harry
Oh,
Potter films,
wonderful.
playing
Absolutely.
William Hartnell. It shows how
Oh,
the show
brilliant.
started, and it tells the story of Verity Lambert, the lady who helped
Yeah.
create it along with Sidney
Yeah.
Newman.
Oh,
It's
it's
beautifully
fantastic.
cast, and it's a beautiful. It's in that
Yeah.
last scene. I won't tell you what it is. If
Oh,
you're a
yeah.
Doctor Who fan, it's a total tearjerker.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely
Beautiful.
would love to see
I
that.
think that's
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Is that on BritBox, fellas?
Yeah, it is. It is on BritBox. Yeah. Yeah,
Adventures
it
in
is on
Space and Time.
Yeah.
If you want to know how the origins of Doctor Who, and yes, he couldn't.
Oh.
They felt like he couldn't. His health was too bad, even though he was in his early 50s.
He started the role at age 55, which is
55, that's right,
doesn't
yeah.
seem that
Wow. Okay.
doesn't seem that old to me now that I'm getting.
But he
close
looked
to
No,
that.
way
at
older
the
than
time,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
looked way older than
he
that.
was very unfortunately he was in bad health even probably when he started the show. He had underlying health problems, I think, with his cerebral circulation or cerebrovascular disease, unfortunately. So
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't want to leave, and they
No,
did
he
that.
didn't.
And then which is such an ingenious concept. Instead of because a lot of American television at the time, when an actor would leave a role, which happened sometimes, they would just get a guy that looked as close as they could get, and then just act like it's no big deal, just like say a different actor, and then same character. That used to happen all the time. This time, what did I figure? He's an alien. Let him quote unquote die or be close to death, and they came up with this wonderful concept of regeneration. I don't know. It's one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen in television.
Yeah. Lightning in a bottle.
It was a lightning in a bottle. You come up with a guy who could not be more different, and who knew that wouldn't kill the show. But they were fortunate enough to get a guy as wonderfully talented as Patrick Troughton, and at that point, every kid or everyone watching the show back then who lived over there, who was fortunate enough to live during that, probably got attached to a doctor, and they didn't want to see them leave. And every time a new one's coming in, like, oh, no, it was sad.
Mhm.
I don't want to go.
Yeah.
I don't want to go. Yeah, I don't want to. And then you get a new guy, and like I've heard people of that young age who were back there, who were young then, would say, I was so angry that he was leaving. I was hurt and confused, and then I fell in love with the next one. A lot of people say that a lot.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when David Tennant left. I was like, no, that's my doctor.
Yeah.
But it sucked me back in, and I'm
I
like,
love Matt Smith. I think Matt Smith is
okay,
brilliant.
Matt Smith, the bow ties are cool. I can see this. All right.
He was so young. He was 26 years old.
Is that
For
all?
me-
Oh my
He was
god.
26 when he got that role.
Yeah.
I saw the
young.
pictures of him. I'm like, that dude, are you kidding me? Come on. And what are the things
Absolutely
about
fantastic.
the great Nick Weiser is here? Great to see you, buddy.
Nick, hey Nick.
Hey, bro.
Dude.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry.
Hey,
Yeah,
dude.
Nick Weather.
What's
Hey,
up?
dude.
I'm so sorry I'm late
Up,
to
man?
the party.
That's okay.
I've been
Your organizer,
super
please.
busy.
We're glad to see you, brother.
Glad to see you. I got a little bit of time, but I at least wanted to hang out with you guys for a little bit, fellas.
That's
That's the least
okay.
I can do.
We're not gonna go much longer, man. We're not
Perfect. Perfect.
One of the things that I was saying about the show, though, there, Armin, for me was that I love the fact. I actually love that he changes and he's so different each time. But every time I'm skeptical who they cast, and every time except a certain one.
Yeah.
I end up being won over, including, look, I hate every single inch of the Capaldi era. I love the actor. I don't like the way the character was written, but you could not get a better casting. I mean, he's a brilliant, wonderful actor who deserved better. But every time a new one would come along, when people would go, oh, no, so-and-so is leaving, I'd be, yeah, but it's kind of exciting, isn't it? We're getting a new one. We don't know what to expect. Oh, we lost Darwin. Uh-oh.
Yep.
No, there she is.
Nick was
There she
just too damn toxic for my internet.
Nick said she's toxic.
It's booted me again, y'all. I'm sorry. We have. Oh God, we've been having brownouts since that storm yesterday, and my internet keeps dropping.
That's okay. Let me answer. Let's see. Oh, you got okay, Mark. Hang on a second. Let me answer.
No rush.
Archer Collin, real quick, may have asked this before. Are you familiar with the Caldor City series by Magic Bullet or the Candy Jar Lethbridge Stewart books? Yes, Caldor City was by Chris Boucher. He tied it into the episode. I think it was tied in. He was like a cross between the Doctor Who and the Blake 7 universe, which there wasn't. Blake 7 at one point they kind of planned to have Daleks. Boucher wrote for both shows. Yeah, it was talked about. Boucher wrote for both shows, and it's interesting. The episode of Robots of Death, which is a great Tom Baker episode with Leela, he wrote that one, and then he had a character. Caldor City's kind of based on that, and he had a character from one of my favorite Blake 7 episodes, Weapon, that appeared in that, and then he wrote a book called Corpse Marker, a Doctor Who book that was a sequel to Robots of Death. It was a Tom Baker Fourth Doctor novel, and he put the Blake 7 character from Weapon in that book. So Boucher was a great writer for both shows. So I am familiar with Caldor City. I have not read it or listened to it, as the case may be, or whatever it was. But I know things about it because of Boucher. And I know about the Lethbridge Stewart books. I love Lethbridge Stewart, but I have not read those, just to answer your question there. But thank you, Archer. And yes, and I love Chris Boucher. That guy is a great writer. So, and he's on some of my favorite episodes of Blake 7. We got to do a Blake 7 episode soon, LT. And Retro, if you're in.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just say the cool thing. Right. I absolutely love Blake 7. Right. Now, the thing is, I watched it when it was originally transmitted as a kid. Now, the thing was, obviously, I can't remember all the episodes, but I can remember key episodes of it. So the cool thing for me, I had a few VHS videotapes of it that I got sort of in the late 80s, early 90s. So I only got to see like a few of those episodes again. So I have never actually rewatched any of those episodes literally from when they were first shown. Wow. And of course, I've got my box set. I've now got my DVD box set.
You better get on it.
Yeah, and so I would definitely be up for that because I loved it and I still love it now. And so I'd be well up for like sitting down and watching an episode that you guys say want to talk about. And of course, for me, I won't have seen it since I've been a kid. So yeah, so that might be a bit of an interesting fact because again, absolutely love it. Love Blake 7. I say I enjoyed it because again, it was sort of like in the same vein as like the Doctor Who, of course.
Well, I have an unhealthy obsession with it, as you know, ever since I fell in love with the show in 80.
Yeah.
86 or 7 when I fell in
Yeah.
love with it. I probably watched every episode every
I
year
think
over and over again. So much.
I think it's
ridiculous.
fantastic. I think
I
it's.
should watch
I
it.
think. Oh yeah, Pablo. Yeah, you've got to watch
love
Blake
it.
7. It's absolutely brilliant. It's it's like it's the opposite of like the Star Trek universe. It's how you don't want the universe to be.
Star
Okay.
Trek is the dream. Blake 7's
Yeah.
nightmare. The nightmare.
Okay.
Star Trek is where we want to go. Blake 7 is where we're probably going if we don't.
And
Yeah.
where we
Do you
are
know
now
if it
almost,
ever-
right? Yeah.
Do you know if it ever came on DVD or Blu-ray?
Oh, but
Not Blu-ray ever.
It is available on DVD. You can get it on a DVD box set.
Yeah, and BritBox now has it.
Yeah,
Well,
BritBox.
if it's available on DVD, it's available somewhere else. It's all
Yeah.
else.
Yes. That's how I had to get
Yeah.
mine because it's never the U.S. doesn't have a release of DVD, but I had to get it in other ways. But I think it's on BritBox now, just not.
Yeah, it is on
Okay.
BritBox now. Yeah, definitely recommend you watch it, Pablo. It's absolutely fantastic. You'll be drawn into it straight away. Telling you.
Yep. Give it like
Okay, I mean-
and if you do, make sure stick like the first 3 episodes because they take their time setting up their story.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know if you've watched old Doctor Who, Pablo, so you're immune to worrying about effects or sets and things or the way things look.
Oh,
It's
trust me,
it's very 70s. The character of Avon, in my opinion, right up there with number 6 and
Yeah.
Kirk and Spock, people like that. He's one of the greatest characters ever.
Yeah.
Paul Darrow
Yeah,
was magnificent.
yeah.
So anyway, we got something for Mark D to show us.
Oh, sure. Yep. Let me.
Who wants to see some Mark D show?
So I went to the. I always recommend. Well, I've started a new thing called Enabling and a series on my channel and a couple other things. So, but of course, this was and toys from the attic. Enabling toys in the attic. So here, let me
We love it.
So here, I went to the thrift shop today. So I was walking in town.
Yes.
Oh wow!
So you can't go wrong at always check out thrift shops, secondhand stores.
Wow.
So and the missus is like, "You sure you want to buy that?" I'm like,
wow.
and only $15, of course. The sticker, hopefully.
To coin a phrase, I have that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So let's
Very
check out
nice.
what's.
Oh, go on.
what's
Let's have
there.
a look. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
so
Those all the soundtracks in there. They got a bunch of a special edition. I bought that back in I think I got mine at Tower Records, dude. In the 90s.
Unveiling.
So here's Jedi.
That's
I guess
fantastic.
disc 3. Yep. So disc 3. And then it's tough to read. And this is actually Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and outtakes, I guess, too. Which is outtakes and previously unreleased music. So that's with this, it's kind of shiny there. So there's four CDs in here for you guys that don't remember what CDs are. Let's open one of these up and show.
I still remember. Of course I do.
Oh wow.
So that's cool. Just to
That's
cool
so
just to look at
nice.
with the art. Is that
That's
the Ralph
fantastic,
McQuarrie art? Maybe I'm not sure.
Yes, sir. I believe it.
So-
No, I think so. I don't know.
It kind of looks like it to me, but
Very
I'm
similar.
not
Yes,
sure. There's Mr. Williams, the
Mr. Williams.
genius.
Oh
The
my God.
genius.
They have like
yeah.
an
Great shot.
This set has multiple tracks. It doesn't just have the normal soundtrack. It has a bunch of added,
I'd
tracks
play
and stuff.
some.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'd play some, but we'd be off the air in about 2 seconds. This is Empire Strikes Back. I guess you could do the opening. Oh, that's cool artwork. Oh, I love the artwork on these discs. That'd be cool to
Oh,
just.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool just to
Nice.
put this on the wall, like get a
That's
Michael's.
McQuarrie.
Yeah.
Definitely, and Michael sells frames for CDs, but it'd be cool if they had one where they display the actual disc. Like I put albums up on the wall sometimes and frame them. Oh, this is nice too. That looks really good.
wow.
I
That's
like that.
gorgeous.
Yeah, that may be a cool way
That's
to
also from
figure out a
McQuarrie.
way
That's
to
from
mount
the-
those.
From the portfolio.
Are
Yeah.
those concept ideas?
Yeah,
Yes, Ralph
concept
McQuarrie
art?
did it. Yes, McQuarrie did all the concept art for Star Wars and Empire. I have the Empire Strikes Back McQuarrie portfolio. It's gigantic, and these are from that.
Gorgeous. Just gorgeous.
yeah, he did a lot of great artwork, with Darth Vader, and if you look at that stuff, it's just fantastic. So, and actually, he did the Enterprise that we won't mention. We see, which that was one of his alternate designs, but this was a fun find. So we won't blame him. We won't blame him for that because it was only Star Trek back then. So, so there were 2 for Return of the Jedi, Empire. And then Star Wars. Okay, yeah, Star Wars good. I want to make sure there are 4 discs in there. So guess how much I paid for this?
Ooh, 20-some bucks.
Nice.
$1.
I was going to say $2.
$1.
Oh my god!
So I would have grabbed more. There were a few other movies there. There was actually a movie that I won't trigger Clobberin times, but I think $1 was too much money for it. But it was actually your favorite hated new Star Trek movie, if you can guess what that is. Untrek.
Star Trek.
But yeah, this. But
Trek.
They had
Trek.
just like 30 or 40 Blu-rays there for for like $1 or $2. I got to go back, and there were no prices on them on some of them, so the girl's like, oh, just $1's fine for that. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go back and get some more.
Price.
Wait, if that's how she's handling the prizes, you could go and haggle.
Nice.
So I saw this.
I don't recall that off the top. I don't recall that off the top of my head, Pat. But cool. Go for it. Sorry, man.
No. Yeah.
Go, Mark.
I saw this artwork, and I was looking at all the old vinyl, and this just struck me, just the artwork on it. So, Derbingle, Bing Crosby.
Yep.
Nice.
Wow.
So this was actually $2. It was outrageous price. So, but I might frame this and put it up on the wall. But the album from 1970, what is it, 77? So it's like kind of cool on the back if you can read it, but it's Bing Crosby, of course, helping the troops during World War II, and the person writing this, maybe Mike, you might recognize that name on the bottom.
Oh my God, Joe Sinnott.
So I don't know if that's the Joe Sinnott or if that's just another guy. I have to Google it. Maybe someone wants to Google that and check him up on Wikipedia.
It could be.
But his brother, if his brother passed away in World War II, so he said, had my brother survived the war, I'm sure he'd join the innumerable others who would be eternally grateful to Bing for his tireless efforts to bring a little touch of home when it was needed the most. So,
wow.
I mean, when you think about
it, that's crazy.
That's a piece of history.
It might be the my Joe Sinnott. Wow.
So I'm not sure. We'll check that. So, it's got to be. Yes, it is. You know why?
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Hey, Ironcaster. Sorry to see
that. It is actually Joe Sinnott.
Hang on a sec. I'll get you a big screen again. Hang on. When you add somebody, it does that. What? How do you know, sir?
Well, put me back up and
I'm getting you there. Just it's going slow.
What's the signature?
My StreamYards are slow. Oh yeah, because he inked the cover.
Wow.
I mean, he probably did the whole cover.
Yep. So that's got to be his
art. It looks like Sinnott art.
Yep.
Oh my God! Yeah. Wow.
So that's cool. Yeah, I didn't even realize it when I bought it. I said this art is just really good.
Oh my!
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That is beautiful. I love Joe Sinnott. He's my favorite all-time.
He did have a brother who died in the war.
All right,
that's Joe Sinnott. Wow, that's even doubly cool there, brother. Wow,
that's very cool. Yeah. So
another thing for me to steal from you,
and then put it on. I got to put it next to my patent record. Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna need a big truck when I steal all that stuff from you.
Mrs. D will be like, "Why is there a U-Haul in the driveway?"
Raquel doesn't get there first.
It says going to New Orleans, right? Yeah.
Mrs. D will probably be glad.
Yeah. Oh, she would be.
Raquel and I are gonna have to split all this stuff. I'll get that.
But yeah, that was a good. Sometimes you're like, do I want to buy this? And I'm like, no, that art looks really. There's something about that art that looks really good. So, and Bing Crosby's, classic American. So
it's got great coloring on it too.
Yeah, the color and the red it stayed like it's brand new. It must have been in a box somewhere that was. It's as old as Star Wars.
It's badass, dude.
The corners a little bit.
Stores are better than ours. Even your damn thrift stores are better up there.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a lucky find. Yep. So yeah, hit your thrift shops, and maybe you won't spend a lot of money. You'll find some cool stuff there. So
yeah, you can sometimes find some amazing stuff at the thrift shop.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yes. Well done,
Love
Mob
it,
D.
brother. Well done, sir. Well,
Thank you. Thank you.
Done a man's job.
I have something to show you all for your amusement and pleasure. And I think we can't get in trouble showing this video because some guy made it, and he made his own little song, and it's got clips from something. What do you think? Even if it's got clips from movies, if it's just he made it and put it on YouTube, it's probably okay. What do you think? What's the deal?
I don't know. I'm not the expert on that.
You might lose monetization on this episode. It depends.
But the guy made it, and this has got clips from movies, but he does
the short clips, right?
Yeah, real short clips, and it's his own song, and I know he doesn't own it, and he didn't get in trouble. What the hell? Let's have fun and do it.
All right.
All right. This is the proposed theme for the garbage, lousy movie. Let's see. Quantum of Solace. Okay, this is the action. All right, everyone, let's hear. All right, who's ready? All right, here we go.
Go.
Let me find it.
I'm already excited.
It is.
He's ready.
All right.
He's ready.
Can you see that? Tell me when you see it. No,
There it
one
is.
screen. I should use monitors and stuff. All right, this thing takes forever now. I can't even see it. I want to make it big screen real quick as soon as the thing. All right, here we go. There we go. Okay. Here we go. All right. Since this, it's topical. There's a movie that pretends to be a James Bond movie out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you hit the full screen on YouTube too, it'll go big on the right corner of the. Yep, that doohickey there. Yep, with the four corners.
Let me know if you guys can hear this.
There you go.
And it finally comes on now.
There it is.
Okay, that's wrong. It's not the right thing. But that's going to get me in trouble. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. There it is. You hear it okay?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Hello.
It's gone completely out to lunch. The quantum of solace. I don't know what that means. What does it mean? It's in black and white. No more raised eyebrows, no more quips. He's got the stunt team from the Bond films and lots of product sponsorship. The Quantum of It's much more pretty than before.
The dialogue's hilarious. The lyric.
Gadgets just looks more fighting with that French bloke that does parkour. The thingy of what something. What it's called. Is that what it was? Sometimes I wish Roger Moore would come back.
Oh, I love that car.
Oh, yeah.
This and Bond was fun.
Yeah.
He'd rather kick you in the face. We've got a new Bond for the noughties because the world's a terrible place.
I love it.
The quantum of solace. I've written it down, remember it now.
Poor old Roger Moore.
How dare they drag Roger Moore in this?
Well done.
God bless
Nice.
Roger Moore.
Yes,
That should have been the theme to that.
Are we still here, guys?
Oh, yeah, right? That's
there's
a miracle.
no copyrighted music. The guy just made it up.
Yeah, he made it up. Yep.
Oh man.
Yes, that should have been the theme to that garbage movie. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
like any of the Craig era, and I've not watched No Time to Watch, but I watched as his review where he just tells you everything.
Yeah.
Makes it less painful than watching the movie. Those who have seen
How
it, said
bad
it's
is it? I haven't seen it yet.
Did you see R&B's tweet about it?
No,
He shredded it.
Man, I saw the
Really?
movie.
He
shredded
it.
seen it, and we'll
Yeah,
give a
I have
spoiler alert
seen
if he
it.
wants to. But
Okay.
I have no interest in seeing it. But if you want,
There's
if you want to mention the stuff, I just want to let everyone have a chance to be if they want to be spoiled. 5,
Spoil
4,
it. I
3,
don't care.
2, 1. I don't care. I've already watched as this thing, and it's the first time since 1973 that I haven't gone to see a Bond movie at a theater. So if those who don't want to be spoiled, you've been warned. We'll talk about this for a second, then we'll get moving. We'll get out of here.
Okay, so
Yeah.
basic 2,
Yes, sir.
1, go. Okay, so basically, there's 3 scenes where they actually do some James Bond-ish stuff. They have mines that come from the car of Bond that actually work. They have a clock that makes a electromagnetic pulse. So he uses to fry a guy that have an artificial eye. He literally fries his head with that. That was really cool. That scene was really cool. Other than that, there's a scene where he actually avoids a car hitting him using physics. That was really Bond. Okay, that felt really like
Yeah,
Bond.
here the action's Bondish at least, but
Yeah. The issue is that this is a movie about a man that is forcefully separated from his beloved one, and as any divorced parent will do, he decides to die instead of paying child support. That's the movie.
yeah,
Really, that's the movie.
it?
all 2 hours and 40 minutes of it.
He has
Yeah,
a
so
kid.
it's
Bond has
2
a kid?
hours,
God.
15 minutes to die.
Bond has a
And
kid.
Yes.
Bond has a kid, and he gets infected with a virus that is supposed to be technological, but they grew it on bats like it's
Nanites.
biological, and is really stupid. And well, he gets infected, so he doesn't want because he's genetically targeting his daughter and his beloved one. He decides to die instead of social distancing and maybe paying child support.
So, but doesn't Wesley Crusher save him in the end?
No.
Oh my God, Mark.
There's some things that can kill a superhero. There's kryptonite for Superman and such.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, for Bond, it's a missile to the head.
So
Good.
Bond is dead at the end of the movie.
Well,
Yeah,
Daniel Craig is. He's not Bond.
He takes the missile to the head.
Yeah, but I mean, they've always had new Bonds, so they're
Yes.
going to have Letitia James or whatever her name is take over as Bond then.
I guess because it says James Bond returns.
Gross.
Come in the they always do. He's coming back. Well, he's
Yeah, he
regenerate.
died.
I don't know how. What is he, Captain Jack? Where he
He
can be
regenerates?
reassembled?
So literally,
dies
he's
and then
dead.
you see
He
Bond.
dies at the end.
Bond.
Yes.
Dr. Bond.
So
But
maybe
does he
they can
say,
go
"I
back
don't
in
wanna
time
go"?
and we're going back in time and telling good stories again and forget what
doubt it.
happened with the new stuff. Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I've hated all the
I hate
Craig
him.
movies, and nothing. Again, nothing. I'm not gonna pick on Craig. I think it's the stories. I mean,
He's
it's,
just a
you know,
working actor. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
so,
but I don't think he would be right for the role if you were making Bond that much.
I'll just jump in there and just tell you, my wife's friend used to go to school with him.
Really?
cool.
Yeah.
And he's a total prat or what?
I don't know. I didn't ask her too much, but yeah. Apparently, she went to the same school that he went to. Apparently, Daniel Craig.
I mean,
There
he could have
you
been.
go.
Casino
I have
Royale, I
one
thought
thing-
was a decent movie, but it's just like a Bourne movie. It's just it's the same, like watching one of those. He could have been James Smith.
Yeah,
You know, I
yeah.
mean, it's just what's good, Pablo?
I have something good to say about this movie. Not only,
The
he's
end.
retired and he's working with the CIA, so there's a new 007 that is a woman. Not only he schools her a lot, and literally he plays with her like she's his toy. Is hilarious every single time. They are competing and he beats her just in the most stupid way possible. But
Yeah, they're probably
Then-
rewrites,
Yeah.
rewrites and reshoots. Yeah,
they decide to make him a 00, and she is still 007, right? we never know which 00 he gets, because like 5 minutes later, she decides, you know what? You can be 007. You are better at it.
Oh,
That may be the
God.
one good part that,
That was-
happens in the movie.
That was and that was retroactively added probably because everyone was because it took them. That movie should have been out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
This movie has
so-
scenes with social distancing, man. You can
Oh
see
my God.
it.
Oh no, my God.
They do, yeah.
God.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, there's multiple
can't.
people in the same room, and they are all separated, and they never touch each other, and it's hilarious.
Did they wear masks?
No, they don't wear masks, but
They
they are
should. That would've been
separated
funnier.
from each other.
That would have actually
funny.
been funnier.
If they'd been wearing masks, it'd have been a hoot. I mean,
That would have
wow.
gone from a 2 to a 3 out of 10 if they wore the mask. It's just like, no, if you guys are gonna be idiots, just go all the way with it. That's
Yes.
just so you know it. So
Total
I'll
idiocy.
I can't wait till they make a movie, an action film where everybody's wearing a mask in every scene, even when they're shooting each other and fighting and
I
shit.
can't. I would
Japan is
die.
doing it.
Oh,
oh, garbage, absolute garbage.
I can just imagine. I can just imagine that scene from the
All right.
trailers where Bond is on the bike and he jumps up onto the bridge, but he's wearing a blue surgical mask.
Oh, have you seen that? Have you seen that image where Bond is behind the 007, the black girl? I don't remember her name right now, but he's basically behind her on a Vespa.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
it's even
I've seen
worse
that.
because at the beginning he sits, he tries to get a hang of himself, and she takes his hand and actually moves it to a more sexier position.
Whoa.
So she is the one that moves the hand to a more interesting place, and it's hilarious. Bond doesn't even do the first move,
by the way,
and it's on a Vespa.
Oh my!
Nick says he has to scoot. I'm about to end things. Anyway. Did you have to run now, brother?
I
You know
do
that's
gotta
cool.
move. Yeah, no, I do gotta move. I wish I could hang around longer.
It's okay. We're
Starting.
about to run anyway.
All right. Well, now that my life is for the time being fully straightened out, I should be able to commit to longer panels again. So, that said, I won't do a whole lot of plugging, but next week, I'll be on Echo Base talking Band of
Really?
Brothers. So I'll be
love
on
that.
Wednesday. So that'll be awesome. Thanks to Mr. Pat S for inviting me. I appreciate that. And also, I'll be on Sunday's Culture Review with Culture Casino and crew. So that's all I'm going to plug. Clobberin is short. I wish
Hey,
I
man.
could talk more, but
I understand.
tomorrow night we'll also have Friday Night Comic Talk, Shop Talk as well, and that will be glorious. But you guys on the panel, you stay awesome, and we'll see you all soon. Have a great magical day, and I promise I have awesome toys to show off next week too.
Nice.
You will
All
love
right,
them.
well,
All right.
Take care, Nick.
Great.
Take care.
All right.
Take care, Nick.
Bye,
Stay
Bye,
safe,
guys.
dude.
Bye,
Thank
Nick.
you.
Take
I
care.
gotta know. It says LT knows Kevin Bacon. We were joking in the chat. So 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. So LT,
6
how do you know
degrees.
Kevin? Yeah, how do you know Kevin Bacon? Actually, I know someone that I'm good friends with someone who went to school with Kevin Bacon.
I'm 6 degrees also.
Wow.
You know
So
that 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon
Yeah.
game? Even I'm connected to him.
Yeah, so I'm like I guess I'm 2 degrees then and then actually the funny thing was my friend, her husband's name is Mark, and he spells his name correctly. So she kept sending me like emails to her husband, Mark. We're all okay emails, but then one time she sent me like this whole email going to Kevin Bacon to like do something, So I have Kevin Bacon's email address, but I won't reveal it. Maybe for a price I won't. No, just kidding. But I was like, but I'm reading that. I'm like, I shouldn't read this, but wait, it's the Kevin Bacon. Oh, there's Kevin Bacon's email address. Should I send him a question about Footloose? But
Oh, man. Ask him if he's in the Avengers now.
yeah, you never know.
Oh dear, oh dear.
So
Well,
LT, put in the chat how you know Kevin Bacon. I got to know.
got to know.
No.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, everyone, we're about to start saying our goodbyes because we've had it only for a while now. Unless, of course, anyone has anything else to add, I'm going to get us moving in that direction. And I will, it should always be ladies first. So, the lovely lady Arwen. Arwen, let me give you the center stage here, dear, and tell us what you got going on and plug and all that stuff. I'll do show notes in a second after we do that.
Okay. Well, tonight got the BSG podcast, Pegasus Actual
Yes.
Podcast, at on Supreme Heretics channel at about between 9 and 9:15. I'm never quite sure when we're gonna do it, but it's usually between then. And then let's see, Saturday at 5 o'clock, I'm going to be on T-Shirted Historians channel. I just joined his This Week in Geek panel, so I'm excited about that. And then we've got Rambling Connects Karaoke, which I haven't made it the past 2 times. I had conflicts, but I think I'm going to be there this week. And that's at 10. And then, of course, Clobby, your amazing Star Trek stream, which
You're too kind.
love. And that's all I have going on for the rest of the week.
Well, we love you, and we really appreciate you being here and hanging out with us.
Oh, I love y'all too.
You are the bestest ever. And we have, of course, the great caster of Iron Things. Let's see here, buddy.
Caught me stretching.
Thanks. Glad you popped in, man. Tell us what you got going on with your bad self.
Well, let's see. Real quick, gonna be on Father Christopher Miller's tomorrow for hanging out before Friday Night Tights.
Excellent.
Hopping over to Nick Weiser's after FNT. So who knows? We'll talk about some comics. I got a big old stack here, so maybe I'll talk about something. Grimm's Fairy Tales, maybe.
Whoa!
Nice.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice cover. My goodness, yeah.
I was digging through the back bins this week.
Well,
let's see.
Excellent.
Saturday is going to be the Week in Geek over in T-shirts. So we got 2 now.
2 of them now.
Yep.
He does 2 shows. Hey, well, shout out and hail the T-shirt. And not
Absolutely.
talk him and the Coons.
And
Get him hanging
the one more I did want to plug.
Sure.
Monday night. I've for October I've been doing some movie streams, and so this Monday I want to talk about the horror of Dracula. I figured grab some horror icons. Everyone talks about all the the big stuff, the slashers, your Freddy's, Jasons, or they want to go back to the Universal era. What about the stuff in between?
Yes.
Christopher Lee, man, he was the one of the big ones. The
Yes.
man who made Dracula sexy and brought blood.
I'm all
Yes.
for that. Yep.
Let's see who is next. The great Pablo. Well, hang on a second. Let me get you.
Yep.
Get you.
No worries.
Put on there, man. Oh, there you go. Right there. There we go. Takes this thing. My stream just goes slow in the daytime. Pablo, what you got going on, bro?
Hey, I just did the Bond review. Also, I'm watching Venom today, so I will be doing a review of that. Other than that, on Nick Weiser's tomorrow, we will be talking about comic books and well, I see what I can do. I want to go to more streams because I'm a bit more free and I actually want to hang out around people. So please have some patience with me.
Well, yeah, dude, we appreciate you hanging with us. I saw you last night with the great Paulie, and you guys, of course, do Midnight's Ed's Espanol on there also.
Yep. Thank you very much for having me, man.
Appreciate you being here, bro. Appreciate you so much, and please, everyone, go to subscribe to that and Midnight's Ed's Espanol. I don't have that. I should have put that link in there. I'm sorry about that. If anyone wants to put it in, but that's
Let me see.
Let's see here. But because I know you do that one with Paulie and the gang.
Yep.
So,
with Diego and Paulie, and he's going really good. It's really fun, man.
Excellent. There he is. Oh, I couldn't find you there, Raymond. I just saw a dolphin, Mr. Dolphin TV, buddy. Tell us what you got going on, bro.
I've got a video coming out right now. I'm kind of recovering from dose 1. So I don't know when I'm going to start getting back into it. I'm trying to get a first stream probably maybe for my birthday in October, end of October. But right now, getting a video, getting some other logistics, it's still a work in progress and still selling the books. September was a good month, so if anybody hasn't gotten it yet, please get it. I'll be happy to send some autographed copies as well. But right now, my work is getting King Dolphin TV up and running. I also arranged for Doomcock on Friday Night Frolic, so I'll be there. That's about it.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see here who we got next. And there's the links, of course. There are the links there. Oh, probably got that link for
Oh, yep.
Midnight's Edge. Midnight's Edge Espanol. Gotcha. Oops, sorry. Let me get that in there. All right, everyone, here's the link to Midnight's Edge Espanol. Please go and subscribe to that wonderful channel right there. Oh, that's different. That's Raymond's book there. There's Raymond's book info, and now Midnight's Edge Espanol. My computer goes really slow these days, especially in the daytime now. Let's see here. And there we go. All righty. Let's see here. Who do we have next? Mr. Mark D with C's.
Hey. Thank you. So I've been doing some short streams on my show, just to have some toys in the attic and enabling. So I got a few more of those planned and in the can, as they say. I guess I got to ask Raquel if that's the right lingo for broadcasting. she corrects us, which we appreciate.
Yes.
So it's not an outro;
Yes.
It's an extra. So just trying to
We
get
love you, Raquel.
this amateurs. Yeah, we're joking. Yeah. Got to get my lingo right. But so I had one on Mr. Fantastic. I was showing some Mego toys you can get, Planet of the Apes. So just try to get you to spend money. So some fun stuff coming up. And the big thing, I'll be at Comic-Con on Sunday. So I don't know if any of you in the chat or on the panel or anywhere near the New York City area, but I'll be there wearing probably the only thing hat in the convention hall, I'm guessing. But it'd be fun to meet up with anyone. And I'll be doing a special Sunday night geekery with reporting on Comic-Con, and I'm going to attempt to stream maybe a little bit during the day, or at the very least I'll take video and pictures and show them on Sunday night. I gotta see. I've got one of those fancy dancy gimbals. I got to figure out how to live stream with that and see if that works.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that because it's been 2 years. I had to. You've got to show all kinds of proof and IDs and scan your face for this app. So it's like the government knows everything about me now. So, to get in. But they're and unfortunately a lot of the main retailers of like Marvel and DC, Image, a bunch of the big ones won't be there. But maybe that'll make for a better con, and we'll have just cosplayers.
It's either that, Mark, or the clone in you. Nice.
Yeah.
So
hopefully, yeah, they can clone me. Yeah. so hopefully, maybe it'll be a better more of the comic book stuff and less of the Hollywood stuff. But we'll see what's there. But it's always a fun time. And then tonight we'll be doing Clobby's Corner, right, Mike? You'll plug that.
Clubhouse. I will be plugging that in a minute. Yeah,
plugging that, and then also as Pat S mentioned, I'll be on one of the panels. So look for Twitter for that. I'll be on the 19th. But looking forward to that. Talking about Band of Brothers. That's amazing miniseries. So so thanks for having me today. It's been a lot of fun as always.
Absolutely. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. And Ash, what you got going on, bro?
Okay, so on Mondays, a lot earlier in the day, I have my own streams going on. For October, I've been playing a different horror game each week. So this week it was The Forest. Next week I'll be playing Outlast 2. So check that out when it comes out. On Tuesdays, I co-host with Amanda Gillum over on Amanda Gillum Presents on Twitch. Thursdays is here on the Global Geek Gang. Fridays is Minecraft with Explorer of the Multiverse on his channel. And occasionally I'll be on TGIF with Pop Culture Minefield. On Saturdays is the Week in Geek with T-shirt. I've been with him for a long time on that show. So it's always a lot of fun to check that out as well. And then at some point on Sundays, we'll be doing the Pop Culture Archivist streams again. And we'll need to check in with Jed on that. And I'll be on streams here, there, and everywhere, and about the fandom somewhere. So yeah, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram and all that kind of stuff as well. So yeah.
And on Fortnite with us.
And on
that's right.
Fortnite
Yeah,
with my
yeah.
fellow divas.
Yeah.
We got to do that soon.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Excellent, man. Absolutely. Retro, what's up, bro? Diddley, what you got going on? Obviously, I know you guys haven't been doing anything with the activists, but were you going to come back to that soon, or what?
We're hoping so. And again, like I said, we'll probably check in with Jed, see what he's thinking about doing. Because
If we wait any longer on this, we're gonna have to change the name of the channel to the Pop Culture Inactivist.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I know he's thinking about moving in other directions with another channel. So we'll have to see what comes back with that. But in the meantime, you'll generally find me hopefully on the Tartar Zone on Noel's channel, and we'll be doing like a Rick and Morty stream. So
Okay,
I'll be in on a panel on that.
Oh,
and then
really?
obviously,
The
yeah,
oh, cool.
yeah,
Hail
the
no.
Tartar, yeah.
Nice.
So again, hopefully I'll be able to drop in a bit more now on the Global Geek Gang on Thursday. And fingers crossed, hopefully we'll come back on Sunday with something sooner or later. So just watch this space. And if you want to catch me, I'm generally somewhere on Twitter making comments about other people's posts. So
all
that's
right,
me.
Doodle. Well, thanks, bro. And hail to Nardis. Shout out to Noel in the TARDIS zone there. And thanks, buddy. A couple of quick show notes and we're out of here, folks. We've got tonight, of course, coming up. Will be find my picture of it. I got my Clobby's Comics Corners videos out there. There's a playlist, a link to the playlist for all of those. Tonight, my wonderful friends Raquel, my first officer, of course, and the great Mark D. With I see who was here. Clobby's Clubhouse number 2. That'll be 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I appreciate everyone who hung out with us last week. We love it, and I look forward to seeing you all. And of course, Saturday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Saturday night Star Trek, 4 more episodes starting up with season 3. And then Monday night, where did I put it? Oh boy, I didn't put it up there. I put it in the normal picture. Monday night, Mark C. Comics Talk. I will be covering the pre-Miller Daredevil, the guy who existed for 16 years before Frank Miller turned him into a big old sourpuss. I love the Miller Daredevil one. I'm just saying, when he was a fun-loving superhero. If you're a fan of comics, the old Bronze Age, which we talk about a lot here. So I love me some Daredevil. I love that Daredevil. I do love some of the stuff Miller did, but and I'm going to cover the Miller stuff too. And just look, I don't do Halloween. Everyone's doing Halloween theme this year, so I don't really have anything like that planned. But and I was they were telling me this doesn't count last month. They're telling me last night they were all picking on me saying, and Flash was picking on me saying this doesn't count as Halloween. But I said he's a devil, isn't he? He's got devil in his title. Isn't that close enough?
Right.
He fights Mr. Hyde sometimes. So yeah. Anyway. So thank you all so much, my good friends, for being here with us today, who joined us in the chat. You're all fantastic. So a big thank you to my panel, the beautiful, wonderful Arwen. Thank you so much, my dear. We really appreciate you for hanging out with us. The great Frankencaster. Sorry, very Halloween-y. Pablo, buddy. Thank you, sir.
Howdy ho.
I love when he does that. Mark D with a C, bro.
Thank you.
Raymond, buddy,
Adios.
Thank you so much. Ash, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Come again.
And Retro.
Cheers, thanks, mate.
Thank you, Retro, for retroing for us.
Cheers,
thank
mate.
you all. You fantastic chat, you. And I hope you will all who are available join us tonight or at least next week on the Global Geek Gang and for all those other shows. Have a great one, everyone. A good eve-nighting, whatever it is for you. Almost, have a wonderful rest of the wherever you are time period. Later, gang.